Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are here for yet another match of the KFC Big Bash. This one, it is match 45. So we are already 3/4 of the way through this season. It is going to be the Sydney Sixers. They are taking on the Melbourne Renegades and Geelong. Should be a very exciting one. We have got Betty Wagon, we have got Dan, and also Naveen is here as well. Half asleep, 3 a.m. in Toronto. I'm here anyway. As says Dan, it is appreciated, mate. And yeah, hopefully you did enjoy the New Zealand versus Bangladesh match that we did get to see earlier on, I should say. Now, the Sydney Sixers, they won the toss. They decided that they do want to have a bat. Now, this game is relatively 50-50 in terms of the odds. 56% for the Sydney Sixers, 44% for the Melbourne Renegades here. But I will go through the lineups and then we will be right into the action. We're only about 4 minutes away up the Black Caps as well. Says Isaiah, very impressive performance from them, and Ross Taylor being able to get that final wicket. I feel like that was just a perfect end to what has been a very awesome Test career as well. My voice is starting to disappear a little bit. I do apologize if it sounds a bit croaky. I was going to be taking a little bit of a break from talking. If you guys been to the toilet, I was going to say I haven't been talking too much in between live streams, but George came round for a little bit, so that is why my voice probably sounds a little bit worse. 176, 175 as well, pretty much at the same time for Aussie Mozzie and Novmum there. But I hope you are doing well, George. Nice to see that you did get home safely. It's our Jack Edwards, Josh Philippi, Daniel Hughes, Moses Enriquez, Shadab Khan, Dan Christian, Sean Abbott, Hayden Kerr, Bender Washers, Jackson Bird, Todd Murphy. That is a lineup that they have decided to go with for this matchup. Then for the Renegades, they have also got a pretty strong side in that regard. They have got Fraser McGurk, Aaron Finch, Sean Marsh, Nick Manninson, Mackenzie Harvey, Sam Harper, Will Sutherland, Cameron Boyce is back, and that is due to Muhammad Nabi ending up going home. Kane Richardson, Josh Layla, and then also Zahir Khan has some water and got my prediction as well. And then evening in there at 170. Everyone is going very similar, 172. Everyone is within 10 of each other at the moment. In fact, everyone is within 8. I got lost. I'm in Kaikoura as well. Oh, here's the cat. He has decided to see me. I see that someone closed the door, so the cat will be in here with me throughout the rest of this live stream. G'day, mate. How's it going? You doing well? You haven't been on a live stream for a while. Hey, bro, I'm back as well, but I did get your prediction, mate. And there, Paddy Wagon. I will quickly change this up. My cat at the moment, he is just chilling. Hopefully he doesn't end up deciding that he wants to go up on the computer desk at the moment. Where you going, mate? You're just going to tuck in there. It looks like he is. Well behaved at the moment. So you're in Kaikoura, George. That was fast. It's off you to get there, but I better do a quick old change. We got there 195. And I'm going to go 184 as my prediction there. We will put that in. And also we have got there Billy in there from Betty Wagon and to the Kiwi Lad and Mum. Congratulations, Black Caps, on comprehensive lashing of Bangladesh as well. I often back bowlers and go under 159 as well. And the Billy emojis from David and also the cats from Just Smile as well. But he looks like he's going to be relatively well behaved. I think it's because it's been raining outside. So he is a little bit probably tired. Hasn't gotten that much sleep ever since that chicken came around. You know, he's always checking. Is that the George in the chat as well? It is indeed George. And George, for yourself, pick a random number between 150 and 102. Oh, sorry, 150 and 200, George. Do help me out. That will be your prediction for this one as well. And also we have got there, is that a dog as well? It is not quite a dog. It's close. He thinks he's pretty tough. And yes, Mum as well says right there. And also we have got there meow in there. And there as well, but everyone has got quite a few of their predictions. And sorry, I'm available, or I'm not available to New Zealand versus Bangladesh Day 3 to tomorrow as recharge pack over my mobile phone research. So again, your commentary in there. No worries at all, Naveen. We did get to see a very awesome one. We have got there the George emojis from David the Mod. I really want to put George's face on some golf balls. I feel like George would be very keen for that, unless George has actually disappeared already, possibly. Which could be the possibility, because he was just getting home. He actually came round just beforehand, which was good to see him. Once again, is that a panda as well? It's almost a panda. A little cat. And this one, he's being very well behaved. I feel like he actually knows that he's on the live streams. Okay, now he's decided that he's going to be popping up. Hello. Don't attack me, please. It's on a live stream, so everyone will see as well. We have got there Meowski as on there. You going to go to sleep? You going to go to sleep? Oh, I know what it is. It's my headphone cable. I have to wrap it around the back of my arm so that he doesn't end up feeling it on his back, or else then he wonders why I'm trying to tickle him, which I am not. Well, but it is going to be the Renegades here. It's a rough-looking field in terms of that shadow. And it's going to be Josh Layla now we'll be getting ready to go. Josh Phillippe on strike. Can I please have 175? You can, just because you asked nicely. And says that Paddy Wagon there as well, but all the players taking a knee. We are about to be ready to go. Melbourne Renegades versus Sydney Sixers. Now, the Sydney Sixers, they do need this win if they do want to push towards one of the top 2 spots in this league. And then the Melbourne Renegades, they need this win if they do want to push towards any chance of final contention as well. And no, you didn't say, please, Aiden, as well. And then offers a throat lozenge. I would accept one. Well and truly, I've got a barley sugar somewhere, but it fell on the floor, I think. Unfortunately, also we have got their cat. And there as well says Naveen. So yeah, if you ever see something that looks a little bit ginger down there, it is the cat. For anyone who is just tuning in now. But Josh Phillippe, he will be on strike. He actually found some decent form in the last one. Another match that is taking place pretty soon is going to be the matchup between Bangladesh, or sorry, not Bangladesh, India, and also South Africa. For anyone wondering about that one, tell you what, that was a nice bit of swing for Josh Layla. Almost a run-out opportunity as well for Jackie Woods. Got smacked with the ball. That's not the start to the match that they would have been after there. A nice win by New Zealand with Ross Taylor's last wicket. And also, how was the New Zealand test? Did they bowl them out today? They did indeed. I also have a cat. And this is just Mole. But yeah, pretty much they bowled them out with about half an hour left, I believe it was. So they did all right in that regard, able to tick it over and get themselves a nice win as well for the Black Cats. So that makes the series 1. Oh, another dot ball there. And yet with Ross Taylor winning as well. And I feel like that was the perfect end to his test career as well. I do say as well too much, don't I? Well, bowl once again by Layla. The moment he looks like he's just finding it perfectly where he needs to. The moment Josh Layla, a little bit of natural variation, as they have called it. Liking the terms. But I will keep you guys updated with what is happening in the other game that has taken place as well. They are just showing the LBW shout. It was missing the league stump. So that is why it was given as not out there. Jake Fraser McGurk just took another screamer. Phillippe is third duck in 4 innings. They have just said that catch. This man is phenomenal out on the boundary rope. Layla gets the wicket. I'm going to have to watch this one again. I was kind of half watching it. For a start, I thought Phillippe got it all right. He smacked it nicely up into the air out mid-wicket way. Fraser McGurk, he knows where the rope is. Oh, somehow managed to stay inside of the boundary rope right next to it as well. And that is going to be the wicket. Thank you for your years of Test cricket, Ross Taylor as well. And also Captain Coley has come back today. Rahul Dravid birthday as well. And there says Ravine, but that is going to be the end of Josh Phillippe. He will be frustrated. That's another low score for that man. He just keeps on losing his wicket early on. And it's not how he wanted to start this season. That is for sure. Just imagine if they got 0 for 6 as well. Says Novum, tell you what, there's a chance that it could happen in this regard, the way it is going. But at the moment, we're live in Geelong for this matchup. I am not in Geelong, though. I am in New Zealand, so I'm a little bit far away from the ground. I'm actually going to rotate the camera a little bit. Oh, I always do it the wrong way. That's too much. We'll go about there. As I haven't quite positioned my chair, but I have got a cat on me, so I can't really change it. And my 159 leads as well. And this is Dan Castro. And now Daniel Hughes has made his way out to the middle. We have got there. Hi, Robert, as well in the chat from David the Mod. But hopefully you guys have all enjoyed the coverage of New Zealand versus Bangladesh Test match cricket. It's something that I've only recently started doing commentary for. The vocal cords, they probably don't like it too much, but overall, I found it very fun. And it just makes the Test match fly by as well. Like, it's supposed to be 6 hours a day of cricket, and it's actually 6.5, and it just goes as if it was a couple hours. Like, it's already the 11th of January. And hey, David, as well, nicely bowled once again by Layla, a little bit down the leg side. And he is going to have to bowl that one again. It is currently 1 for 1. And this one for the Sydney Sixers. Phillippe advanced. He hit it well. He thought he got enough of it there for Josh Phillippe, but Fraser McGurk just inches from the boundary rope, able to take another absolute screamer. And like they've said, Fraser McGurk there, not only was he looking straight into the sun, he was also right on the boundary rope. That is going to be racing away to the boundary rope, just speaking of it. And that is going to be Edwards now, getting himself a few runs. Hello, hope you are doing well as well. I'd love to do, Hamish. I love to, Hamish. Good to see you taking breaks too, as I says David the Mod. Yeah, I feel like breaks are important, aren't they? And yes, brilliant test commentator and great series for both sides in the end as well. And we've been enjoying all the coverages you do. And there says Rowan, and yeah, we've got plenty more. Hello, I hope you're everyone's doing well, says Sebastian. We are indeed. The voice, it's still here. at this point in time. We haven't really got too many live streams tomorrow, so I think that is going to be my recovery day for the vocal cords to get ready for the Ashes. That is just around the corner as well. It should be an exciting one, and we are going to be covering that on the channel as well. The final test match of the Ashes. I'm going to miss it. That's the thing. I feel like I love watching sport, and then sport finishes, and then I'm sad because sport's gone. We want to watch all the sport that we possibly can, and then it all disappears, unfortunately, there. But yeah, we will have to wait and see how the Ashes, the final test match, does end up going for both of the sides, and that is going to be the end of the Layla over here. Only went for the 5 runs. Decently done, and also Seb, as I says, Robert, welcome into the live stream, mate. Oh, sorry, he was already here, I should say. I'm going to have to scratch my eye again. Unfortunately, don't you hate when you get that eyelash in your eye and then you have to try and get it out and then you push it further in? That's what I had before, and now I regret it big time for instead of just leaving it. But I did mention about the fact that Georgie did come around earlier on today, just before this live stream. That is why I was a little bit late setting the live stream as a live stream pretty much. I think I set it at about 8:50 or somewhere around there, so we did start a little bit later, but it was good to catch up. He's been very busy with a bit of farming, George, but hopefully in the future, we have talked about it. If he is free tomorrow, we're going to be filming some stuff as well, and I hope you enjoyed tennis. Australian Open round of corner. So I says Dan to Kesha, yeah, it is very, very soon. I'm hoping I will be able to find time to watch those games as well. So hey, Sebastian and Petty Wagon. And there says David the Mob. At the moment, it's looking like a good surface here at Geelong. There was a game earlier on tonight here, and that was the game between the Melbourne Stars and the Perth Scorchers, who I don't actually know who won that game. I'm going to have a look. I believe the Perth Scorchers should have. Yes, they did. They did end up getting 196, so they won quite comfortably in the end. Going to be nicely played once again by the Sydney Sixers. Goes down to that deep third man region. I believe it was Cameron Boyce, and he is a player who is back, of course, because of Muhammad Nabi. Unfortunately, family reasons meant that he has gone back to Afghanistan, so they did need a new spinner. And it was just in time for Cameron Boyce to return from injury, so it was perfect timing, really, for Cameron Boyce to be able to get himself back on that side alongside Zahir Khan now, who's going to be out there. I was like, hey, Betty, how was cricket as well? And this is Robert. Do you like cricket, do you? Got plenty of it coming up. I'm not sure what word he thought he heard. He might have thought maybe chicken or something along those lines. He is quite a fan of chicken. That is going to be 4 runs. Nice shot once again from Jack Edwards. That is going to be racing away. The Sixers, though, they won the bat flip. They decided that they do want to bat, and it seems to be the side batting first. They've got a good advantage in a lot of these regions. I'm looking forward to seeing. We did have someone yesterday who said that they were having another day of their test match, and they were getting closer and closer to that 100. So hopefully they were able to tick over as well. Yo says, Shannon, welcome into the live stream, mate. Hope you're doing well. Do you want to put in your prediction? We are still only 1.2 overs in, so I would be more than happy to accept one from you. If you do want to try and guess how many runs the Sydney Sixers will be able to get for themselves. See, yeah, can't. Oh, it's not the best throw there to Sam Harper. He's not the tallest individual, so throwing it over his head, it's not the best idea for that man. Currently, Kane Richardson, he is going to be, he's one of the keys in this bowling attack. Definitely with James Patterson. He is now out for the rest of the season, sadly, because he has decided that he does want to concentrate on Shield cricket. So instead, in that bowling attack, 150 for 5. As on there says Shannon there, so we will lock that one. As instead they have got themselves Will Sutherland, Kane Richardson, Josh Layla. That is why he is there for them, and that is actually the only other bowler he made as well. And there says Paddy Wagon. At the moment, tomorrow it's going to feel weird. I think I'm going to be very confused at why I've got no talking to do other than tomorrow night, which is going to be the Brisbane Heat versus the Adelaide Strikers. So yeah, it'll be weird because so far this year I have covered over 100 hours of live sport. Over 100 in 10 days or 11 days now. I'm gonna have spare time. I'll probably just sleep all day, to be fair. Also, it's already an overgone. Maybe I'll predict it for the second innings as well, said Sebastian. Tell you what, Sebastian, I am going to allow it because I like you. You're all right. So you can have another prediction. I did let another person predict for the second over. Normally, the rule has been up to the third over, really, at the moment, if we are a little bit later. And I also only started this one at a total of 10 past rather than starting 15 minutes early. So because of that, it is my unfair kind of disadvantage to you guys. So because of that, Sebastian, be sure to put in your prediction, mate. I am willing to allow it. There you go. Just because it's Christmas almost already. To be fair, only another 350 days away, ladies and gentlemen. So if you haven't already, be sure to do your Christmas shopping because it is going to be very useful for yourselves moving forward. But at the moment now, Richardson, he's still going to be bowling. He's bowled 7 runs so far of his first 5 deliveries, which is not a huge amount, but also not too bad either for that man, for Kane Richardson. He has got a very economical bowling style. It just gets him a lot of wickets as well. He is actually sitting in there in second, I believe, equal for the leading wicket takers of the competition. There's going to be just a single to close out the over, and now it's going to be 13 for 1 for these guys. But India versus South Africa, that is just around the corner, and I will be keeping you guys updated in terms of what is happening. The current score is 22 degrees. It's decent. We don't mind a nice warm day at the cricket, that is for sure. Currently now charging in once again, Layla. Nicely done. That is going to be just the dot ball. And Layla, that's the thing. He used to be at the Brisbane Heat. He was a very economical bowler for them as well. And he did end up picking up a lot of wickets. I feel like he was a little bit of an underrated bowler for the Brisbane Heat. And now he's there at the Melbourne Renegades. This is a chance to shine now that Patterson has decided to step back so that he can concentrate on the Shield cricket side of it as well. But now Layla bowls it. That's a nice little bit of pop there for Layla. That is almost a test match line. And also Sportsnet has said, g'day, mate. Hope you are doing well. Be sure to get in your prediction for how many runs you think the Sixers will be able to get in their first innings. We are allowing them for the next 4 balls. The cat just decided to jump off me. That was weird. He has decided that he does want to go up on his own chair by the looks of it. And also we have got that. I don't really know. Actually, I'm going to wait for the Sixers innings to be over and predict in the Renegades' disfavor as well. And there says Sebastian. Oh, so no prediction from you, Sebastian, even though you were able to get yourself the 3 points yesterday. You know, you were able to tick them up quite nicely in that regard. Do you want me to random number generate it for you, Sebastian? I could, if you don't mind. See how it goes. And also, I really need to start jinxing players. Poor Philippi as well. Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, he's had 3 ducks in his last 4 innings, sadly for him. I'm going to see, actually, out of curiosity, I'm going to see what my random number would be if I was to do a random number generator. 126. That is what it has come back with. If it was going to be a random number between 120 and 200 for that one. Now Layla recharging him once again here, live from GMHBA Stadium. That's a long name, but it's in Geelong, which is not so long. But it's got long in the name. Geelong. So that's G. My brain's not working. Also, randomly generated from 100 to 200. If it's something like 106, then so be it as well. So it's 126. Would you like 126, Sebastian, there? Do let me know. I mean, I went 120 to 200. I felt like that was a relatively decent margin, but then they went really low for it as well. Now, the moment Edwards, he's sitting on 11 off 9 deliveries, looking all right for him. I'm slowly centering myself once again now that the cat has hopped off my lap. So I am able to kind of get into a decent position. Let's go again, actually, as well. So you're not keen on 126. How about 185? Wait, that's the same as mine, isn't it? I said 184. Do you want 185, Sebastian? That's going to be up in the air now. And that is a brilliant shot. It's gone for 6. Everyone in the crowd tried to avoid that ball. Right, we all had those runs to the board as well, ticking over very, very nicely for themselves at 126. Not bad as well. See, Sportsnut, would you like that one, Sportsnut, for your prediction? Seeing as we have, that is the end of the third, but I will allow it before the next over does start. Won't we all go like that? Go. Right, we have updated that one as well. And I was like, g'day, says Tazza. Welcome into the live stream, mate. Hope you're doing well. At the moment, the Sydney Sixers, they've got off to a decent start. 20 runs off the first 3 overs. And that one was just rocketing into the crowd as well with the big old 6. 69 meters and also we get hello, Amish Bro. Good evening. As well on there, says Vishal. Hope you're doing well. And do 185 then. Right, we will lock that one in. We will go like that. And we will star that one as well. 185 Sebastian Gramoderator as well. But Will Sutherland now he is going to be bowling 27 matches, 12 wickets. He's been able to take for himself his best figures. He has been able to get 3. He's actually, that's the thing. He can either go for a lot of runs or not too many runs. and he will be hoping for the second option. That's a big full toss. You deserve to go for a few runs. If you bowl that one for your first one, and it is going to be 4 runs. There we have. It's going to come on the Renegades as well. Is it a free hit? I don't believe it will be, but it wasn't the best delivery straight away for him. Will Sutherland, he's had a haircut by the looks of it. His hair used to be a lot longer. Maybe it's because he's used to bowling from behind that lock of hair at the front. He has now well and truly got that one wrong. Trying to save it there was Layla. Wasn't quite able to get it there as well. The moment now, Sutherland. That's a better ball, almost chipped onto the stumps. Another misfield there for the Renegades, and that is the last thing that they want at the moment. I'm trying to work out who that is. Is that Aaron Finch who misfielded that one? Who is that? I recognise that man, but I can't work out who it is. And also work at the 146 run made tonight, bro. Sixes says for show. Just because I am generous, I will allow it as well. Although too many more, we'll probably cut off predictions now, I would say, and see how it goes. But for the second innings, we have got it wide open for everyone. So if you are new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. I think it was actually Cameron Boyce. Now he probably hasn't done a lot of batting or bowling in the last little while. He's been injured for a long time. So we'll have to wait and see whether or not he will be able to go all right in this one. But this is a good power surge so far for the Sydney Sixers. It's a pitched up delivery. Beautiful shot down the ground. That's just going to be a classic one. And also, hi everyone, wicket coming soon. So it says A1 Singh there. Welcome into the live stream, mate. At the moment, Hughes, it's looking like he's going to be in some decent ball. Merely on 12 runs for him off 7 deliveries. Jack Edwards sitting on 18 runs off 11 deliveries as well. At the moment, it's looking like a very nice day, even though the shadows are slightly going over the ground here. Seems to be still not too bad for a bit of cricket. The straight down the ground shot from Hughes, he is very much so enjoying the ability of playing the straight drive. Going to be a beautiful cover drive, goes straight to the man. Tell you what, he's trying to get in the Aussie test side by the looks of it here. They don't get the single though. And Hughes is still going to be on strike. I'm going to drink some more water so that my voice doesn't completely disappear. There we go. Water. I'm currently going to look through at all the stars. We had everyone who did predict right at the start all had very, very similar numbers as well. By the looks of it, a little bit leg sidish. They are going to be taking on the single. They do get it comfortably as well. And now it will be back on strike. Jack Edwards. Now, I know that the Australians, they'll probably announce their side for the Ashes in the coming days. And I'm wondering whether or not Usman Khawaja and Marcus Harris are both going to be on the side, or whether we see Travis Head, and then also it would be more than likely, I guess, if you go Travis Head, you got to go Usman Khawaja, and Daniel Hughes will be out soon as well. Says it was there from A1 saying it's James Patterson still out. He used to play for the Heat too as well. And so unfortunately, he has actually decided to leave the Renegades. And the reason behind that is he wants to concentrate on the, he wants to concentrate on Shield cricket. He has decided that is the way that he wants to go. So that is why they have brought in Josh Layla. What's the lowest prediction? I believe the lowest prediction is from Sportsnut, if he did want that number that I gave him of 126. Other than that, though, we've got 150 and 146 are the other two lowest ones as well. Surely you can share your screen so we can watch too as well. And it says, Tazza, unfortunately, the BBL, they are very strict with copyright. So if I was to show any match footage or even just a second of audio, they take you off YouTube for 3 months, and they do, I guess, kind of shut down your channel, which would be unfortunate for us. As well. And also, Fairy Tale ending career for Ross Taylor, today's cricket headline as well. And there says Sebastian, yeah, absolutely phenomenal way to send it off as well. Getting himself his final wicket, I guess, of his test career. But Tazza, you can watch the live stream, or not the live stream, sorry, the highlights of this game on cricket.com.au's YouTube channel afterwards. I would recommend checking that out. They will show you about a 7-minute highlights package, and you will be able to watch all the highlights from this one. But now Cameron Boyce, the man who we haven't seen for a very long time, he's had a bad injury. Jazz left him out, and also Sydney Sixers will win one-sided as well, says A1 Singh there. Cameron Boyce, like they're saying, he didn't have any games at BBL 10 now. He is going to be ready to go for this one. Sorry, I didn't hear you answer my question as well, says Paddy Wagon. So it is 146, but you've also got 126 in there as well, possibly from Sportsnut. And then also 150 is there on the board as well. At the moment now, Boyce, he goes for the single of the first ball of his over as well. But I guess that's the thing with George coming around today. We've talked about it, and hopefully we will be able to do some more filming tomorrow. I know Renegades will win easy as well as the prediction there. That's the thing. This is the perfect game for them to be able to win, because if they do win it, they're going to be going back for the 2 runs. No, they decide against it in the end. Well done from Nick Manninson, the captain. But yeah, this is the perfect game to win because it pushes them just a little bit closer to the finals contention. They are currently sitting in 7th, I believe, here, or maybe even 6th for the Renegades. They're getting up there at the moment with the Melbourne Stars losing to the Burst Gorgeous Cameron Boyce. 2 singles so far. It's bowled the wrong in that one was, and it is going to be hit out to deep cover just for the single once again. So nothing too major of this one so far. Taz, if you're in Australia, Foxtel and KO have it as well, says Robert there. Because I guess that's the other thing. KO, is Foxtel a subscription service or is Foxtel for free? I'm not at my dad's as well. And then says Tazza there. So yeah, I guess it depends on the location. I want to say that they will have options for being able to watch the game live, but unfortunately, I believe most of them are behind. He has both of those as well. And there says Tazza there. So I guess if you've got a mobile Foxtel account, if that is a thing, or a KO account that you know the password to, you could probably check it out, but I don't know whether or not you are able to any other way. There's a big yawn. That is going to be down the ground once again. Boys, so far, going for 4 runs of 5 deliveries. Pratia and India, third test has begun. Captain Kohli is back in the squad. He is indeed, and it is going to be actually Virat Kohli in his side batting first in that one. So it should be interesting to see how it does end up going between those two sides, because it's 1-1 at the moment. Trying to drag it away there. Edwards, it does fall safe of Kane Richardson. And that will be the end of a very good over from Boyce, only going for the 5 runs. And it is going to be 1 for 38 after 5 overs of this matchup. If you times that by 2, you get 72. If you times that again, 76. If you times that by 2, you do get 152, but I believe they will get more than that. I support the Swans as well. What AFL team do you support? I don't actually have an AFL team, but the Sydney Swans, I assume that is. They are a very good side. They're actually one of the only teams that I have watched live. I watched them play Hawthorn at the SCG. That is the only game of AFL of recent history that I have been to. There was a game a lot earlier on, and I think it was, or who was it? It was the Lions taking on, I believe it was the team who are blue and yellow, but I can't quite think of the name there as well. Fraser McGurk, they are just showing the skill from that man to be able to take that catch right on the boundary rope, celebrating it as well. He's already taken an absolute screamer earlier on in the season, and that one is always much appreciated by the bowler when you are right on the boundary rope and you don't step over. Zahir Khan now coming in. The projected has them at 152. Hey, that's what I said. And then it is going to be 10 and over from there is 188, blue and yellow. As I said, Tazza, I believe so. The only reason I say blue and yellow is because there was these 2 guys in front of us at the stadium who were completely dressed like head to toe in blue and yellow paint. Also, that's not a team color. Did it used to be a team? So I know that it was the Lions. I'm going to have a quick look and see all the AFL teams and see if I can work out who it was. But yeah, they were wearing completely blue and yellow, so I'm not too sure why they were doing that if it wasn't the colors of the team. I guess that probably wasn't the best move on their part. AFL, it is going to be a little way away from starting, but nice work once again. And Zahir Khan, he's only gone for the single so far. There we go, the AFL. Who we got? I know that it was it Carlton? No, St Kilda. It might have been Collingwood, actually, versus the Lions. And I don't know why those men were wearing blue and yellow. Maybe they were kind of the Brisbane Lions, blue, yellow, and maybe they had a little bit of red on them as well. I just remember them being head to toe in blue and yellow. And the reason I remember that is because we actually ended up in the AFL ad and I was waving a chip in the background of the blue and yellow men. But that was a long time ago. That was when I was probably like maybe 9 or maybe even younger than that. But Hughes there sitting on 15 off 13 deliveries. Jack Edwards sitting on 23 off 17. It's a little bit wide. Hughes decides to chase it as well. Maybe they were pissed and they've mistaken the colours. As our Foxtel now is Free Sports. Free Sports are $29 a month. As I says Robert there. Yeah, so I guess it depends on how much you would end up using them. In that regard, I am kind of keen to look into, because I've got Spark Sport, but the thing is with Spark Sport is a lot of their games are actually just on the TAB. Like you are able to watch them live. And I assume Bet365 is probably relatively similar in Australia, depending on what licenses they have got. That was once again a very nice ball from Zahir Khan. He's not going for many runs at all. Yeah, I think they might have been trying to go for the Brisbane Lions, but then ended up missing out on the red. Maybe they forgot to put the red and they only had blue and yellow paint, perhaps. So they were only able to do a little bit. That's going to be the single there once again. Down the ground for one. And also we have got their BBO in the chat. Has put a whole heap of emojis. Welcome into the live stream, mate. I hope you are doing well. Even though you might spam, I hope you are still doing well. At the moment, 41 for 1 here of the 6 overs for the Sydney Sixers. They are allowed to take that power surge after the 10th. We are currently sitting 9:41 p.m. in New Zealand. This game will be finishing in about 3 hours' time, ladies and gentlemen. So be sure, if you haven't already, be sure to get yourself a refreshing beverage of some sort. My choice at this stage is water, just because I'm pretty stock standard at the moment as well. Plus, I'll probably end up staying up relatively late. So I might have a Fanta later on. No, one of those. Coca-Cola, love your stuff. Other than Coca-Cola, I don't actually really like Coke as well. I'm ripping the chat for BBL as well. And there's Dazza there. And yeah, he is possibly going to get himself timed out. That's the thing. We have so many BBLs. I don't even know if they're the same fellow each time or whether it is a completely different fellow every single time that it does take place. But at the moment, the A-League is actually taking place. Adelaide versus Wellington. Didn't realize that game was on. I should probably be watching that as well, shouldn't I? While we are at it alongside this BBL game, which is currently sitting 43 runs for one as well. In India, Sony 6 channels bring the live action of BBL as well. And do you like solo? And there says, Tazza, do I like solo? I'm not too sure what solo is. I know what Rolo is. That is kind of chocolate and caramel, but I don't know what solo is. Unfortunately, there. Do let me know. At the moment, once again, just ticking over the singles. It's been very economical bowling so far from the Melbourne Renegades. As soon as they went to spin, it does seem like the best option that they could have been using as well. But Cameron Boyce, he's got plenty of... the Phoenix are actually losing 2-0. Might not watch that game, actually. Will just make me a little bit more sad for them. But once again, hit down the ground for this single. We will go on to... We'll actually put up South Africa versus India as our other screen. That's a big shot there as he got all of it. It's right on the boundary rope. Nick Manninson taking a phenomenal catch. That is 2 right out there. And also, we'll get that. It's like lemonade as well. And Vishal has said out there in the chat, it is indeed. Oh, is it raining at the moment? Okay. So there is a rain delay at the moment by the looks of it in the India versus South Africa game. Once again, it is going to be raining. It's what we like. It's only been 9 runs scored off 3 overs, and there is already a rain delay. And that one, they are just going to be checking this one to see whether or not this is out. But if it is out, that is another wicket down for the side. Wait, are they still playing? No, they are actually still playing, sorry. So maybe it's not raining as heavy as I thought that it was. They were just showing something dripping well and truly, and I thought that it might have been maybe a little bit of trouble for this game for taking place. They're just checking the front foot. Cameron Boise is behind it. So that is going to be the fair delivery there for that man. Is it going to be a legal catch here from Nick Manninson? If it is, once again, they have done it again with some skill. Out on the boundary rope, taking it nicely. Throws that ball up. He's done that extremely comfortably, Nick Manninson. That's not an easy thing to do, and he has just nailed it. Very nice catch as well, says Vishal there. Was indeed, and now Nick Manninson, he is celebrating that one. Him and Fraser McGurk both fighting for the best catch of the day, and that is going to be another wicket gone. Daniel Hughes is going to be on his bike, 17 runs off 16 deliveries. He's already left the ground by the looks of it, and now they will have someone else making their way out there. I believe for the Sydney Sixers now they've got Moses Henriquez, the captain. He is back, the skipper. He is going to be excited to make his way out there. Shadab Khan, Dan Christian, Sean Abbott. They've got all of the big stops coming back into their side now. All the big stocks, I guess I should say, rather than stops. At the moment, I will keep you guys updated on the game between India and South Africa. India, they are batting first. They are sitting 9 for none after the 3 overs as well. Currently, that one is the decider. It's going to be a good one, I believe. I've still got the AFL open on my phone. Women's Super Rugby, they have actually announced when it is starting, although I don't think they have actually announced when the games are taking place. But it's going to be March 5th, and your road to 10K as well. And there says, Taz, we are indeed. We are getting closer and closer every single day, Vishal. No spoilers as well. And there says, right, yeah, I think he was a little bit early for that one for Vishal. That is all right. But now at this stage, it is going to be once again just a single. Oh, sorry, it was actually the dot ball. Boyce has been bowling extremely well so far for their side. Jack Edwards here is going to be on strike, sitting there 26 runs of 22 deliveries here. At the moment, I mean, him and Moses Enriquez both have power. Oh, that one almost went straight through the bat. But that is going to be the end of the over now, the 7th over down, and it will be 44 for 2 here for the Sydney Sixers. I mean, I think they're a little bit under what they would normally like to be at this point, but normally they have a Philippi who is out there just smacking the ball around. He's missing from this game. Unfortunately, Golden Duck, or not Golden Duck, just Duck for that man as well. Everything's just around the corner. The Six Nations, the Sevens, the Commonwealth Games, the Gallagher Premiership, the Winter Olympics actually I think is a little bit closer than that as well. FIFA World Cup, Champions League, Super Rugby, NRL, AFL, you name it, it's happening at the moment. I'll show on there for Dan Hughes. Wasn't that one extremely well, but just not quite well enough. Tried to pick out the pretty much longest part of the boundary as well. But Nick Maddinson, they practice those catches in training every single time so that you're right out on the boundary. You throw the ball back in before you put the foot down. And he has been able to nail it as well. At the moment, I would say that Zahir Khan and also Cameron Boyce, they're going to be important. Father is going to be worked to the leg side. And once again, only another single. That is exactly what they need here. They are just showing the South African lineup for this one. Elgar Markram, sorry. They've also got Peterson, Van Dusen in there, or Van der Dusen, I believe it is. Bavuma, Virin, hopefully I pronounced that correctly. And then also Janssen Rabada, and then the rest of the bowlers that they have gone with as well. My dad's friend and his family were on the TV last Renegades game because one of them caught the ball as well, says Daz. So that will be a pretty awesome memory for them as well. That would have hurt the hand of Zahir Khan. He tried to stop that ball. He's frustrated now with Josh Philippi going for the run out. Good work in the deep from Fraser McGurk, though. And currently, like they're saying, this ground at Geelong, it is an interesting one in terms of the shape. And NRL March 10th it starts, as well, says Robert. And there's so many overlaps, isn't there, in terms of NRL, AFL, Super Rugby. Although saying that, we don't know whether or not Super Rugby will be able to take place as smoothly as they would like it to at this point in time. It's only 36 days away, yet we don't actually have clear, I guess you could say, like transfer from country to country here. Round 2, I believe, is supposed to be... Okay, they've actually made round 2 all derbies as well. Round 3, that is going to be all derbies. Okay. Round 5 is all derbies. In terms of New Zealand versus New Zealand teams, round 6 is all derbies. Round 7, all derbies. Round 8 is all derbies. Round 9 is all derbies. Okay. Have they changed this recently? I think they changed it. There it is. Okay. So round 10 in April is actually the first time we get to see New Zealand versus Australian sides. And then that is going to be when we kind of get into the swing of things of team versus team per kind of country. So we've got 10 rounds of derbies pretty much to start us off with New Zealand versus New Zealand. And also it is Australia versus Australia. Nice cut shot there. It's going to be well fielded. Once again, getting down to it was Layla. And also when the bowler is doing his run up, why not he place the ball in another player in the team hands and that other player bowl as well. Unfortunately, I don't think that is allowed to be a legal delivery unless there was an injury, but it would have to be kind of a separate ball type thing. I assume that would just count as a dead ball for like losing the ball out of your hand before reaching the crease. But so here come once again, just whipping it down. Bit league stylish, but it is going to be worked down to Richardson. Did you see my save of that yawn there? I feel like it's ever since I did that I might have to start paying money each time I yawn. I'm starting to catch a lot more of them. Currently 52 for 2 here after the 8 overs. So they're not exactly going at a huge rate here for the BBL sides. And the Sydney Sixers, they are actually sitting 3rd though. So they do need to make sure that they do get the points down. Hi, lad. Hi, Robert as well. And there says Layla, welcome in to the live stream. Hope you are doing fantastic today. At the moment, we know what we saw in that Bangladesh versus New Zealand game. It is going to be the draw as well. You must be tired as well. The thing is, I don't think I'm that tired. It is just like the light. I know it sounds like an excuse. I use it a lot, but this light here is relatively bright and it does sit pretty much right there in front of me. So because of that, I either need to find a light that's not as, I guess, right up in your face. In fact, I'll move it to here and I'm going to, I'll go about there. That's actually not too bad. Hopefully that's going to be all right if I do leave it there for a little bit longer, and we'll see whether or not I do end up yawning again. And also, what do you think total, Robert, as well? And yeah, I think Robert said around that 170 mark for himself. Nick Manninson now going to be bowling, and can you adjust the brightness as well, says Sebastian? I can indeed. I think the lowest that I can go for it, that it's hardly on. That's going to be up in the air. He has got all of it, and that is going to be 6 runs. I'll go to about... That's probably actually not terrible, and that isn't even really bright. As I think I might go with that. I feel like it just needs something compared to nothing, because without it on, it's that. With it on, it's that. I feel like that's good amount of brightness. 85 meters there. He was able to hit that ball, Jack Edwards. 36 runs of 27 deliveries he's been able to tick himself up to as well, and that is going to be close to a boundary there for India. That one must have been built up. Nick Manninson just going to be shining up this ball a little bit. He is the captain at the moment of the Melbourne Renegades. I see play once again by Edwards. What's it to the leg side? They want to. They are going to be scampering. They are going to be taking it as well. Great running between the wickets from the Sydney Sixers in the late. I said 170. Kiwi lads went 183 as well, says Robert. I did indeed decide that it was going to be worth the crack of saying it was going to be a high innings. I'm not too sure now, though. I feel like maybe, what did I give you, Sebastian, in the end? For Sebastian Gramoderator, I think I gave you 185. So I had 184. You have 185. We might be able to share it, Sebastian, perhaps. We are extremely close and work our way up. Nice shot once again. A little bit more full, and they do get through for the easy. Did they take 2 there? I think they only went for 1. I was like, under, let's see. I think under 175. Misfield there from Manninson. Just ended up getting an awkward bounce on him. That will be the end of the over. They're going at 7 and over at this current time, and it is going to be 2 for 63 now for this side here in the Sydney Sixers. I would say the Melbourne Renegades, they will be relatively happy with the way that they have started in this game. And at the end of the day, as long as they keep on going and going and going and going and going, in this one, they have got a good chance of being able to chase this down. When you've got Finch in your lineup, when you've also got Fraser McGurk, he's got a bit of power, but Sean Marsh is a game changer, I feel, for them. Nick Manninson as well can hit a long ball. Sam Harper, he will just be smacking it everywhere. And then you got the big Will Sullivan to close it out. So I would actually say, at the moment, it says 44% for the Renegades chance of winning this one. I would actually have it a little bit higher. I would go 50-50 at this current time, because they have got plenty of spin options as well. And it seems like spin is a very good option on this surface. And also, yes, the Renegades are happy chappy. Let the cricket gods speak to me. They adjudicated 185. I have no hand in my prediction as well, says Sebastian. Although, to be fair, I did say 126, and you were like, let's go for another one. So there's some form of something, you know? It might not be a huge amount. And also, oh, there it is. As I says, Daz there. Is that the wicket at the moment? No, it's not. It is going to be still India in there at the moment. 20 for none after the 6 overs. Riser here, Khan. 2 balls bowled so far of this over for the Melbourne Renegades. Charges into the crease. Tries to hide the ball a little bit. Full toss. And it is well fielded by Sean Marsh. He's still, like, that's the thing. I don't even know how old Sean Marsh is now, but he's still playing like he's in his 20s. Sean Marsh, I know that he certainly isn't in his 20s, though. I know that he's probably about 36. Sean Marsh, how old is this man? He is 38 years old. Doesn't look 38, to be fair to him. He's looking a lot younger than that. And I say, yeah, but that was the cricket god who barely fits the bunch, you know, so says Sebastian there. So I guess, are you going to do the same thing for the balls in the second innings, Sebastian? In terms of how many you think will be remaining, or how many runs the Renegades will get for themselves? I mean, it's probably, the thing is, sometimes it's actually better to have it completely randomized, just because then you never know. You might get it right, you might get it wrong. Have one in the back of the mind, see how close it is to the random one. That was me yawning again. I don't know what's happened. Right. I need to have something that, like, anytime I yawn, something goes towards something. Like $1 towards something. What should it be towards? A pillow? No. A green screen? No, got one. That's a shot there from Moses Henriquez. That's gone all the way for 6 there. That is going to be nicely done by Moses Henriquez. Closes out the over, and it is going to be 71 for 2 as Daniel Christian are playing today. Kiwi lady is indeed 38 matches, 32, I think. And there's and Charity as well. Says that Taz there. I mean, it's a decent option, although it would be a huge amount that it does go up to, because I yawn about 15 times per live stream. I think I'll pick the second innings for myself as well. It's money you need paid back to me as well, says Paddy Wagon there. I didn't realize that your donations were like a investment, Paddy, in terms of it then having to come back. It's saying, yes, so is Abbott. As well, says Robert there. To be fair, George did almost clean me completely out of Fanta today, because he does love himself a Fanta can. I think I got him hooked on the stuff. As in, the stuff is in Fanta, not as in anything else. It's very nice. Good old Fanta. But that is the drinks break already. This has been flying by. I swear they're going at a quicker rate than we normally see, because that is going to be them completing those overs in only 40 minutes. See how long it normally takes to complete 10 overs? Probably somewhere around there, I guess. I always thought an innings was about an hour and a half to 2 hours there. And also, yes, so is Abbott as well. He is back as well. So it does mean that you got plenty of options for the... see, that's the thing. Sydney Sixers, they've got a very good bowling lineup. And you are my bank. I pay money. I get investment from the yawns you do as well, says Paddy Wagon. Although, is that counting YouTube's percentage that they do take, Paddy? In that regard, that one went over the top of the slip, Gordon, in the South Africa versus India game. For anyone who is wondering how that one is going, India wicketless so far, ticking over quite nicely for themselves. And they will be seeing how high they can end up going for that one as well. They're just showing the catches that they've been able to take so far. They have been absolutely phenomenal from those two as well. Couple big shots. Not able to clear the boundary there for Daniel Hughes. I just mentioned I am just closing some stuff. There we go. I was trying to get it so that I was in sync with that as well. Paddy, do you charge interest as well? And then says, Rod, I hope not. Or else I don't think I would have been accepting those donations. I didn't realize that there was kind of an investment scheme going on here. I'm not your Kiwi saver, even though I am a Kiwi, and I guess I am saving you some money in some regards. And now it is going to be Cameron Boyce sitting there, 1 wicket, 8 runs. He's gone for 4 economy already, and also now he charges Chuck E. Cheeser coins as well. And there says Taz. That's gone up in the air from Jack Edwards. Did he get enough of it? He sure didn't. And another great catch there from Fraser McGurk. He's an absolute whiz by the boundary rope. This man is only about 17 years old. I'm going to look it up, in fact. Jake Fraser McGurk. Jake Fraser McGurk. He's only 19 years of age, and he has already taken absolute screamers on the boundary. Has been able to nail it. He thought about kicking it away. You don't want to pick that man out on the boundary, and it was straight away. Cameron Boyce, there's the big clap as well, and also we'll get there. Wow! And then there says that's also we have got there. So I pay $10 a week, and how many yawns you do a week, you give $1 back as well. It's Paddy Wagon. I don't feel like that's a good system. And have you played cricket? Yeah. And do you have any tips on timing when batting as well? Says Bob Jeff Dog. I haven't actually played it as of yet, but I am looking forward to possibly getting a chance, maybe to play it tomorrow. Now I will have a little bit more free time without the New Zealand versus Bangladesh taking place. Now you know why I want you to yawn so much as well, says Paddy Wagon. Do I have the right to refuse service? That's something that the banks are allowed to say, isn't it? So I just say I have the right to refuse service for my banking. Cheers to that. Is now going to be nicely played by Moses Henriquez. These two men, Dan Christian, he's actually promoted up, and up you can't as well, says Paddy Wagon. I think that's like a legal thing that you are allowed to refuse service. It's an interesting rule. Henriquez lofted cover drive, and it's going straight out to the man there. You dig a hole, as Owen there says. Paddy Wagon, I see. Right. noted that at the moment, Will Sutherland at the moment, he's a big individual. It's sure, but Boyce, he's taken 2 wickets. He's already got himself only the 9 runs off him from the total of 15 balls that he has bowled. But at the moment now, it is going to be, once again, Boyce. It was bowling. Dan Christian just taking a little bit more time trying to keep his composure here, as this will not be an easy time to come into bat as well. That's good spin from Boyce. And tell you what, he has gone very nicely, Cameron Boyce, since making his way back into the BBL. That was the back leg in the game up against India for Oliver. He doesn't quite get the wicket, though. He's a tall man. I assume he's about 7 foot tall. Once again, nicely worked down the ground from Dan Christian, but it is just going to be the single. Very good bowling here from Boyce. And that's the thing. They lost Muhammad Nabi due to him going back to Afghanistan for personal reasons. They've brought in Boyce, who has returned from injury, and he's been just on the money straight away. You wouldn't have even thought that the man hadn't played for a couple of years in the BBL. That is how well he has been playing. But now, once again, Boyce drags it down. And that is going to be the single to close out the over. And also, now you deserve to keep it. As I says, Patty Wagner, I do appreciate that, mate. I'm sure one day I will be able to find a way of repaying you, whether or not that is us going to a rugby game or something along those lines when I do head up to the North Island. Because that's the thing, my sister lives in Palmerston North. If I'm ever visiting her, perhaps we go and watch a rugby game or something along those lines. I feel like that's a decent deal, wouldn't it? Maybe. Depending on the time of year that it is. I imagine this case ending it up in court. The defendant is a streamer and the claimant is moderator as well. Says Sebastian there. Although there was one part where that's the thing. You guys have been moderators for so long, haven't you? Overall, like I didn't have moderators in the first initial year of the channel, and I feel like I don't know what I was doing at that time. I think it was just building up a bit of trust with a few of you guys, like the guys who I have on the moderating side of things. Like I just trust you guys with everything really. Overall, I think we're pretty much, we keep you informed of what's happening and I'll give her a number finally as well. Says Betty Wagner. Of course, that was actually the first original one, wasn't it? The yawn meant per number on the phone, I believe it was. Do you want me to ask her if she's interested, Patty? That's going to be hit down the ground. Yeah. I feel like that's kind of weird for me to set you up with my sister, though, from a YouTube live stream. That is going to be Christian at the moment, sitting there, 1 run off 2 deliveries. Sutherland. I mean, that's the thing. He's gone for 2 runs per over. Yeah, or 2 runs per ball, I should say there, but 31 for none at the moment for India in their game up against South Africa after 8.1 overs. India, they won the toss. They decided to bat as well, and also we've got their dating side as well, says Brent there. Yeah, it sounds like it a little bit, doesn't it? But yeah, I feel like the thing is, she would probably just tell me no, straight away, no matter what. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't even know if she watches any of my videos either. That's going to be Will Sutherland. He wants that one. Wasn't giving us out. He was the only man appealing by the looks of it as well. At the moment, Sutherland, he has been able to find that one. She may be watching as well. I really doubt it, because I think she only really watched one live stream, if that, and the Kiwi Lads Tinder as well. Says Betty Wagon. Could be an idea. I'd hate to see what lines George comes up with, though, for a Kiwi Lads Tinder thing. That's the thing. I don't think I could trust George if I was to do any video along the lines of letting him control an app for me for the day, whether it was social media, a dating website, anything like that. I feel like he is not the one that you want to let away with freedom in the online scene. That one. The moment Sutherland, like I mentioned, he is either very expensive or not too bad. After a good start, Sixers need some break on runs to the Renegades as well. And also, is it fair to assume that sports are not among her interests as well, says Sebastian? Not hugely. I don't think she's really into too many sports. She likes books more than sport, probably, I would say. And apparently not, says Tazza in there as well. But now, the moment Sutherland, that's the thing. He's got the extra height. He just doesn't seem to quite be able to find that length that he needs on the surface in Geelong at the moment. And a lot more games are going to be taking place in Geelong, I believe. It's going to be a better one, but it's going to be a great shot from Moses Enriquez, who looks like he is in a very good mindset when it comes to the batting crease at the moment, ticking it over nicely. And at the moment, 2 more balls left of this over. But at the moment, I would say 170. 170 is probably what they will be looking for here due to These power surge that they have still got, they'll be looking for about 25 to 30 off that. Hello, I'm live. I'm live from India as well, says Steve. So welcome into the live stream, mate. Hope you are doing well. I was IMG. Can you see me? I am invisible, Kiwi lads, as well. Says Tezza. I don't think you are invisible, unless you are somehow invisible, because I can still see all your messages, Tez. In that regard. But at the moment, projected scores only 132. Now, Brent, this is redemption for you. I know that you, at the moment, like I believed you for the test match in terms of how many runs they would have left. I thought that it was going to be all right. How many runs do you think the Sixers are getting to for this first innings? Do let me know. But yeah, Bangladesh, they certainly overperformed in that last innings compared to where it kind of looked like they were dusted extremely well to be able to keep on ticking over that runs. All those runs, but Ross Taylor and also May and is Banwa as well. And books, those things that you open, and there are letters on the pages as well. And also, and when you turn the page, there are different letters and stuff. Yeah, I think that is the one. I got it. That's the thing. I bought a rugby magazine, right? Because I was like, oh, I like rugby. I'll read it. But I don't read books at all, really. And I realized I didn't actually read it. And also, I think I mainly got it because it had like a nice wee schedule for the Bunnings NBC. And of course, all those games got postponed and 150th-ish, as I says Brent there. And but that is going to be showing a few of the catches that we have had so far for them. And I feel like 150 is probably a decent shout. Definitely with the power surge coming up very soon. They've got to take it while they've got two informed batsmen, and that would be Christian and Henriquez, I like to think here. And also, this isn't Minecraft as well. And also we've got there Ram, please speak. As on there says Dev there. Yeah, this stage, it is actually, that's a bit of spin there for Cameron Boyce. He's actually bowled 4 overs in a row almost there, or 3 overs in a row, and they still aren't picking him. And it takes me back to the Rugby World Cup 2011 instruction booklet as well. Yeah, the best way to take in knowledge is to just smack it against the forehead. That's going to be the shot from Enriquez out to deep cover. Just the single once again. We have got the never mind as well. And he says, Taz, like they're saying, the boundaries just aren't coming thick and fast for them. Anytime they hit a decent shot, they just end up getting caught out on the boundary. It's as simple as that for them at the moment. But Boyce, I believe both wicket balls are both pretty much identical with where they landed. Use of the feet there for Dan Christian, hit down the ground. Once again, going to be another single. They've still got Zahir Khan as an option. Still got Nick Manninson. It's certainly a pitch that spinning can give you a good position in this game. And these overs at the moment are flying by. And I believe that is because they have got so many spinners in their lineup. Henriquez on strike, 18 off 16 at the moment. Boyce, he's got 3 deliveries left of his spell, his returning spell. I see bowl once again, no run taken. And also I have 4 red cards on Rugby World Cup 2011, a rugby game as well. I had 4 red cards. That's impressive. I'm trying to think of how you get them. It is a certain button. Is it like LB or L1, I guess, depending on what console you're on there. I actually bought a couple more rugby games recently that I did decide would be a good idea to kind of see how they go. And I think hopefully we will be able to get some of them going on the channel at some stage relatively soon alongside some other ones. And one game as well, says Paddy Wagon. I remember mine and Dad's goal on FIFA 2010 on the Wii used to be how many red cards can we get in one game? And we learned that you can only get 5 and then they let you away with everything. So it was ideal. And also we have got there, I love those people who say there's nothing like the smell of a new book as well. I'm always thinking surely a steak smells better as well. And there says Sebastian. And also it's a clothesline tackle as well. And there says Paddy Wagon. Yeah, see, books for me, like I went to the Bookorama last year, I think it was, or the year before, because I've got this thing of I don't read books, but I like the look of books. Is that weird? I don't know. But pretty much I ended up buying like a box of books for $10, just a whole heap of random books that I did pick out. Haven't read any of them. Yet my sister, she told me for last year, she was like, I've read 50 books this year. Big ones. Big ones. Big books. And you see this Kiwi lads that's called a message as well, and you're supposed to read it and possibly answer it as well. Says Daz there, I do see that one. Indeed. And also we got there watching the stream. It's better than listening to Brad Hodge live on the TV as well, says Brent. Yeah, at the moment what was he explaining? I did see that he had a ball in hand. I mean, I could get a ball in my hand. There we go. We got one of these as well. They're taking the power surge. You just spin the ball, seam straight. That'll do. We've got there who reads books as well. And there says Paddy Wagon. Intelligent people normally I do find do enjoy a good book. They do say a book a day keeps the brain ticking away or something along those lines. It's also an apple all day keeps the doctor away, but not if you eat it whole. You got to still chew it, or else then you will be going to the emergency room. And it probably won't be a doctor that you'll be seeing. You'll be seeing a surgeon as well. He doesn't shut up as well, says Brent. I feel like me and him probably have a little bit in common. Although I like to think that we have a little bit more randomness on these ones than Brad Hodge. Oh, they keep on asking him questions though, so he is going to just keep on going. So 3 wickets down, 83 runs at the moment. The Sixers have been able to get to themselves. The power surge has been taken. And also, so we not intelligent, says Patty, not as intelligent as the people who just read books. Like, that's the thing. I try and read a book, and I'm always like, this page took me like 5 minutes. Or maybe not 5, maybe like 2 or 3. So I'm like, it's going to take a long time. I could just play the Xbox game off this book. Like Tom Clancy, that kind of thing. I'm just like, I'll just play Rainbow Six Siege. That'll tell me everything I need to know. At the moment, they are saying the Sydney Sixers, they are struggling. Currently 10 runs and over 150 would be what they get to there, and they just can't seem to hit the ball. I've read the Assassin's Creed, the Essential Guide, contains all the knowledge from the Assassin's Creed universe. I know it like the back of my hand, honest to God, as well, says Sebastian there. See, I feel like the book that I've probably spent the most time looking at is the Grand Theft Auto 5 manual. Like in terms of like the big book, I got like the full walkthrough booklet thing. That has all the vehicles and all of that kind of thing from story mode back in the day. Richardson now 9 runs off 9 balls so far, 3 off this power surge over so far. So nothing too major. And power surges, they've actually become less and less effective as the BBL goes on. I read few sentences, then fall asleep or get bored as well, says Paddy Wagon. I think that's the thing. You've got to have extreme like patience, but then also it's a different kind of patience to be able to read a book. Like, and also you got to have a good shot. That's a good shot. Nicely hit there by Moses Enriquez. But you've also got to have that ability of like reading a sentence and then being able to picture it, because I feel like that's where like books are like very useful. Are you streaming on Twitch or something as well? No, we are only on YouTube at this point in time. It might be an option in the future. Go on to Twitch. Was me touching the side of my head there, making a line down there, or is that just how my face has been sitting for the whole day? Not too sure. Also, we've got there Najas there as well, says Paddy Wagon. Exactly right. We are exclusively YouTube at the moment. We're thinking about Twitch in the future, maybe for a bit of gaming and whatnot. So we have got a few other channels that we do kind of run as well. Moses Enriquez, he strikes that one nicely, and that's going to be another 4 runs. This is a very good over so far now for the Sydney Sixers. They just needed a couple boundaries, and that is exactly what Moses Enriquez has had to do for his side. You have to be passionate about the subject of the book, or else it's quite difficult to get into it as well, says Sebastian. Feel like one day I should try and read a book, like a big book, see how I go. But I think the problem is I don't really know what genre I do like to read, because the likes of if it's like a documentary that's gone straight up in the air or a biography, that's going to be falling safe there. And also, no one else is talking though, but you're talking about a guy called Paddy as well. And there says Tezza. So it is Paddy Wagon. Can you not see Paddy Wagon in the chat, Tezza? Have you blocked all the moderators perhaps? In that regard, maybe, because it is Paddy Wagon, Paddy as well, rather than Petty as well. But that is going to be the end of the Richardson over. It was a little bit expensive, ends up going for a total of 11, but probably not too bad. And also we have got there a lucky we laid 175 under, I said as well, says Lila there. And also we've got there no, says Ted as well, just no. So yeah, oh no, so you haven't blocked the moderators, I believe that is. As well, I don't even know if it's possible to block moderators from just the average kind of account on YouTube. I know that I'm the only one who can time out moderators, but then they are the ones who pay my wages, I guess you could say. So wouldn't be the best idea, I wouldn't think. And also, that's the thing. If I time out moderators, I don't know whether or not they can still time out other people. So then imagine that I've just time out all the moderators as a joke, and then we have like 50 spammers all come in. I would have to deal with all of them. That's a good shot there for Dan Christian, racing away to the boundary, and that is going to be another 4 runs, and also just 6 overs remaining. How many runs added? And sixes in the death over as well, says Vishal. So they haven't got too long, Petty, who that as well. I do. And there's Petty Wagon. And where is everyone in the chat, says Taz? I think if you close the live stream, go back into it, it might actually help you out, and you might be able to see more people in the chat as well. Sometimes it does, I guess, limit you depending on just when you joined in, I think, as well. That's actually Karl Rahul gone in the game between India and South Africa, and it is going to be Oliver who was able to get the wicket. 12 runs off 35, Karl Rahul is gone there. That was close to the stumps, but well done behind the stumps from Sam Harper. Although I've read the whole Sherlock Holmes series, I love myself a good detective book as well. Also, the games from Frogwares are pretty decent. Yeah, I feel like that's the thing. I do enjoy a murder mystery, I guess, if I had to pick one as well. I used to watch a bit of CSI and whatnot, mainly because my sister was obsessed with like the kind of forensic side of it, I think it was. I was like, right, I'm back as well. Says Taz, and just 6 more overs. Wicket loading as well. And there says Layla. And at the moment, the sun has completely gone down by the looks of it, which does mean that now they will be able to really just swing through. They missed the ball, and that is going to be nicely done once again by Josh Layla. And also, you see me now, I'm Paddy. As on there says Paddy Wagon there. At the moment, India, they'll be a little bit disappointed with losing that wicket. They've got Pujara, though, and that man is pretty much, I guess the best way of describing Pujara is he's that wall that is just a bit too solid and you can't get through it. He's just, you smack into the wall, it's just not going anywhere. Anyway, yes, I do. Paddy, meet Patty as well. Oh, he got you there. And now Kristen going to be setting 10 runs off 13 deliveries. Henriquez, this is a good partnership building with 29 off 21. Good Yorker from Layla. Oh, it's at the bat of Dan Christian. He wasn't going to be running for that one, though. Who is Patty as on there from Paddy there? Paddy. I say the D, don't I? Or do I say T? Paddy? 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 I'm questioning how I say it now. Meet Paddy. I probably say Paddy like that as well. And also a guy whose name, also named Paddy Wagon in there as well, says Taz. Josh Layla now. It's been a very good over so far for the power search. He did go for 4 runs, but then from there, he's been going decent. You need a book as well. And then that's going up in the air from Dan Christian. He's just swung straight through it. Is there anyone back there? No, it's going to be falling safe once again. Nicely fielded by Nick Madison, aka Wagon Wheel. As on there, says Taz. So you're calling him Meat Paddy Wagon Wheel. Interesting. I'm wearing my big boy shorts as well, says Hamish Spencer. What is the difference between big boy shorts and I don't even want to ask that question. In fact, Hamish, if you've stolen some shorts off, no, I'm not even going to say that either because that's going to get you in trouble. It's good that you found the right size shorts for yourself. We have got their good song as well, and New South Wales Waratah shorts as well. And hello, big boys, Paddy Wagon. Karl Rahul is the biggest openers wicket you can get in the Test cricket, in my opinion, as well. Says Sebastian, yeah, he's right up there. And that's the perfect one to get. Once again, Dan Christian hits it off the edge of the bat, and that is going to be racing away now to the boundary to close out the power surge. Josh Layla, he'll be disappointed because there were quite a few decent shots. Do you like Tim Tams? I do indeed. I also like Chit Chats, which are kind of like our New Zealand version of a Tim Tam, which are quite nice. Double chocolate. You get plenty of chocolate in the middle of them indeed. The 15th over is down now. 104 for 3. I mean, at this stage, it's going close. 100 comes up for 6 overs as well. Well, for the Sixers, I should say. At the moment, 150-ish might be a very good shout. I know that we got 146, 150, 126 is also there from Sportsnut. I don't even know if he actually wanted that number or whether or not he did just want that one because I mentioned it before. And hi, Wagon Wheel, Paddy Wagon. As on there says Hamish Spencer. Interesting. I feel like Meet Paddy Wagon Wheel is kind of a cool name in a weird way. It's kind of like it rolls off the tongue, like say Meet Paddy Wagon Wheel, or Meet Paddy Wagon. No, Meet Paddy Wagon Wheel 5 times fast. I bet you can't do it. Meet Paddy Wagon Wheel. No, tough. It's very tough to do. Nicely done by Azza. Here come once again another dot ball there. Meet Paddy Wagon Wheel. Meet Paddy Wagon Wheel. Meet Paddy Wagon Wheel. Meet Paddy Wagon Wheel. You kind of just end up going sounding like one of those motorbikes that don't really have enough horsepower, but people think that they sound going me. That sounded like Jay from the In-Betweeners, didn't it? That is going to be now close to the run-out opportunity. It would have been a freebie, and now they get another run as well, just to add a little bit more insult to injury. They do end up getting the 2 as I fancy a pack of Cheetos for some reason. I haven't had one in years. All of a sudden, I remember that Cheeto with shades as well. And there says Sebastian, I've actually never had any Cheetos. It's easy as well, says Paddy Wagon Wheel. Yeah, I guess as you start to get used to it, do you know what a wagon wheel is as well? And then it says, I do indeed, is the wheel of a wagon. Advancing there, outside edge. Also, I can do that as well. And there says Paddy Wagon. It's going to be nicely done. Where did the name Paddy Wagon actually come from, Paddy? If you don't mind me asking. It's wagon side of it. And also, Taz said maybe. And edge out as well. Now, this stage we have got there, shaking my head. As I say, Hamish Spencer. I mean, it literally is what it is, you know? It's like saying, I mean, do you call it a tyre, though? Could call it a tyre. That's going to be Moses Henriquez once again getting it to the side. So yeah, it's a random nickname as well. And there are 24 people in the stream, so anyone who is new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We have got GGJ and the chat from 100%. Welcome into the live stream, mate. Hope you are doing well. Hope you are excited for the BBL as we get closer and closer to the end of the season. I'm going to be sad when it's over because we've been here pretty much every single night, other than maybe one or two, I think it is, that we have been here for the BBL. Big full toss, hit down the ground, and it is going to be just the single there as well for Nick Manninson. Good feeling. He's actually, ever since becoming captain, he's really stepped up for the Melbourne Renegades. But anything under around that, probably 100. And, oh, that's another wicket as well. That's absolutely brilliantly search it up at Australia as well. And yeah, I feel like you Aussies normally have something, like a nickname for something innocent. So I feel like it's probably some sort of sexual innuendo, is it, for a wagon wheel in there, Hamish Spencer. And at the moment, that is the second wicket falling. And it is going to be Mayank Agarwal. He is gone now, and it was Rabada who was able to get the wicket. But that is the end of the 16th over, 112 for 3 there for the Sixers now. They still need a lot of runs, to be honest. 10 runs and over gets them 152. Projected at the moment gets them 140, which may not quite be enough. And also, over there, no, it's not as well, says Hamish Spencer. Right, so that means that it probably is, but I will go wagon wheel apartments, Australia. Is it a biscuit? It's a little biscuit, is it? A wagon wheel? Is it just pretty much like a Arnott's biscuit? Sold it. It's pretty much just I think we call that an Afghan biscuit here, or something along those lines. What's in the middle of it? Is it marshmallow and whatnot? Homemade wagon wheels? No, that's homemade. They kind of look like miniature cakes / biscuits combined type thing, are they? So they got jam and whatnot, and also just search it up. It's biscuit as well. And then there we do have, but Virat Kohli already back at the crease now for India. He wouldn't have been expecting to be out there that early, but Rabada at the moment playing very nicely for his side. Virat Kohli, could this be the time that he brings up the 100? Sutherland now is going to be bowling to Dan Christian, who is currently going at a one-runner ball. Tries to hit that one too hard, but it's going to work out for him as well because he got the fine edge. That is going to be 4 more runs for Dan Christian. And like they're saying, it's not the purest that he has been striking the ball, but he's still getting plenty of runs for himself as well. We have got their God's food as well. And there says Hamish Spencer, I do like marshmallow eggs. I feel like that came out of nowhere. Have you guys had, what is it called? Peanut butter. What are they? Reese's. What are they? Reese's things. Better than Tim Tams as well, says Hamish Spencer. Reese's peanut butter cups? No. Reese's something. I can't think of what they are. They're Reese's though, aren't they? And they're kind of the peanut butter, like slab things. It's probably why they didn't name them peanut butter slab things. They don't sound that appealing, I guess you'd say. Reese's peanut butter something. Guys, can you say what I am asking? Say, well, answer my question as well, says Taz there. I don't think it's coming through, Taz. Overall, depending on what words you've got in there, it may actually end up getting blocked, perhaps. And also, oh, well, both openers are gone. It's always an unforgivable one in the Newlands pitch. So I'll say Sebastian. Sutherland wide ball. Didn't quite come out of the hand the way that he would have liked it to. And that is going to be the partnership moving up to 47 runs off 39 as well. And also I have one. I will have to try one if they're better than Tim Tans as well, says Paddy Wagon. Do they have them in New Zealand, I wonder? So they're called wagon wheels. And they're kind of a biscuit combined with, I think I saw some jam in there, a little bit of cream, something like that. Maybe ginger kisses are very nice. The biscuit or the kind of cookie. That's another edge from the Sixers. And this is actually propelling them forward in the innings pretty nicely. All of the edges that have been coming off their bat, I should say. 50-run partnership now between those two. 51 off 40 balls. And this is the innings that they need. Peanut slabs as well. Oh, those are nice for the Whitakers ones, aren't they? What else is there? There's Reese's peanut butter slab. I think they're actually just peanut butter slabs, aren't they? Reese's peanut butter cups is the one that I was thinking of, but also peanut slabs. Now that you've reminded me of peanut slabs, Whitaker's peanut slabs are very nice. Reese's chocolate is terrible as well. I don't even really like peanut butter, to be honest. And they are buttercups as well. And that's going to be another wide from Sutherland, and they move up now to 123 for the Sixers. The moment 12 runs and over from here will give them 163. My friend Corey and 2 are at my house. They say hi as well. Welcome into the Livestream Power Nap. After work turned into sleep bugger work as well, says Victor there. As I read the message above. Is that the one that says, guys, can you say what I'm asking so you will answer my question as well, says Taz. I don't think it's coming through for you, Taz. At the moment, whatever it isn't actually coming through my chat. What we got? No, it's not there. It is only the can you guys say what it is? And also we've got that no as well, says Taz. It literally is not there for myself. What is the question about? Because I guess depending on what the keywords are, maybe YouTube is getting rid of it. American chocolate is just terrible as well. Yeah, it's not the best overall. You know, it could be improved. That's off the big old edge. And Dan Christian, he has gone. He has had quite a few edges today, but that one does not get him to the boundary with that one. That is going to be Kristen gone. They have got now Shadab Khan, though. We'll go out there and just have a big old swing. Discord server as well. And there's his Taz. So does it say about, is it like getting an invite? I'm on live chat. I can see all the messages. No question has come through. So I said to Sebastian there, do you want a link to the Discord server, Taz? Is that what you were after? Possibly. At the moment, Dan Christian sitting there, 22 off 21 deliveries. And that is going to be 124 for 4. I had a huge egg, like side of my body. I like side of my body that was the chocolate. But the chocolate was so as well. And then also nose says Taz there. I'm confused. It seems to not be coming through at all. Which makes me wonder what is in the comment that YouTube are like, you can't do that. Cadbury's choc is the best as well. Exactly right. We have an old video of me and George reviewing Cadbury versus Whitakers. And it's a hidden video, and there's a reason it's a hidden one. Hey, team, where we at as well? Okay, got it, says David the Mod. Welcome in. I mean, yes as well, says Daz there. So, no, I mean, yes as well. But Shadab Khan at the moment, he's going to be sitting there 8 runs off a total of, I think it's about 2 or 3 appearances with the bat. Now, Shadab Khan, he's got Bao Cadbury as the best as well. And there says Sebastian, also says Hamish Spencer as well. Kane Richardson now bowling just outside. And also that is a link to the Discord there for Sebastian. That one is going to be going through. They look like they're getting at least 2. Whitaker's mate, a peanut slab as well. Whitakers are good as well for their peanut slab. That was off the shin there. Kane Richardson not happy. He has been smacked in there. And I've just realized it's a massive kangaroo in your picture. I believe if I'm not wrong. And also Whitaker's chocolate is best. I get out of here as well. And then says Paddy Wagon. Oh, okay, there's going to be a rivalry. Maybe I should release that video. I haven't edited it. It's me and George talking about Cadbury versus Whitaker's, the caramello chocolate. And we went very in depth. And pretty much we weren't actually recording, or we weren't really reviewing it as of yet. And George had already eaten a couple lines of his. That is going to be now out for 4 runs. Moses Enriquez. And let's make a vote poll. Whitaker's versus Cadbury as well. And also we've got there Cadbury and Lint. Oh, sorry, Cadbury and Lint are the best chocolates as well. And tell you what other ones have we got, ladies and gentlemen? I think we can have 4 options for a poll. Of course, the Renegades versus Strikers, or Sixers, sorry. I guess you could say it's an important poll, but this one is more important in that regard. I'm going to have to work out how to spell Whitakers, though. It's not an easy one to spell, I don't think. Right. What is the best chocolate as well. So we have there whiskers. So there is Cadbury. There is Lint. There is Whitakers. Is it actually Whiskers? Whitakers is that? Okay. That makes more sense. And then also, what's another type of chocolate that is around the world? Cadbury, Whitakers, Lindt, and also I don't think there's Arnott's are the best chocolate biscuits as well. Does Arnott's make actual blocks? Or who is it here? That have the blocks of chocolate. They make Kit Kats. Who makes Kit Kats? Nestle or Nestle or whatever it is. We'll just go like that. Okay, we'll ask you guys in the chat. Nestle as well in there. Says a Nov Mama, that is going to be racing once again. Away to the boundary. Nicely done here for the Sydney Sixers. Still ticking up as well. You should try to say stayed puffed as well in there. And Nestle as well. So now we have got the poll going. It's going to be interesting to see what you guys go with in the end. Anyone who comes into the cricket live stream, they'll be like, why is there a poll for a type of chocolate? And the answer is because it is the most important factor on this one, whether you guys are a Whitakers boy, a Whitakers girl, a Cadbury boy, Cadbury girl. Wouldn't it be nice if the world was Cadbury? Lindt is gold as well. And he says Amy Spencer, big full toss to Shadab Khan, and they will get the single down the ground. Once again, that closes out the over, and it is going to be 136 for 4 here. And Nestle as well. And there says David the Mod. It's quite nice. That's the thing. I would eat all 4 types. It's just which one I want on the day, really. Also, we have got there, brother, do a live commentary on India versus South Africa as well. I am actually planning on doing some of that game, depending on the overlap that we will end up having. But we have got there at the moment 41 for 2 for India after 14.5. They have already lost their 2 openers. Galaxy Chocolate, or is that just a UK thing? I don't think I've had Galaxy Chocolate before. I think we've got a type of chocolate bar called a Galaxy. Is that a thing? And Milka is the best, lads. You can't beat the Swiss as well. And their Lindt is decent as well. And also we have got there, who makes a Toblerone? And get him Betty as well. And it says Victor. And also we have got there, when there tis something strange in your neighborhood, who are you going to call as well? I would prefer not to be the one who gets called if there is something strange happening in your neighborhood, because I don't know what I would be able to do about it. I would say the local authorities or the Ghostbusters, depending on whether or not it's paranormal. And if Whitaker's lost, who vote others? You're getting timed out. It says Petty Wagon there. I see. Also, Swiss Toblerone as well. Nestle, I think, says Hamish Spencer there. Yeah, I know that it is Swiss. I don't know the brand of it, though. Is it actually Lindt? No, it's not Lindt as well, surely. Also, the Firefighters. And there. That is going to be once again. We've got 10 more balls in this match. Then we will check our poll and see who is winning in terms of the best type of chocolate. Okay, right time. Go ham on people who didn't vote Whitaker, says Paddy Wagon. Please do not time out everyone. Paddy, hopefully we can all be friendly and we don't end up losing any people in the chat. Also, we've got it here, 10:33 a.m. in the UK. Are you alive all night? You must, or you never get tired as well. I mean, I do get tired at times. I just end up, I guess, powering through for the times that we have got. But at the moment, the Sixers, they are going to have a relatively close game, I have a feeling, with the Renegades. And Lindt's getting flashed now, as well says it was there from Victor. And also, I see Nestle as actually the lowest option. Cadbury, then Lindt, then Whitakers. At the moment, the weird thing is they're actually in order of, like, kind of the order that I put them down. They are actually in order of top to bottom. That's going to be a good shot there from Henriquez. Straight to the man, though. And they do get themselves the single. At the moment, like they're saying, it's a short square leg. So because of them not really being able to hit too many boundaries, it just shows how impressive the Melbourne Renegades have been when it comes to that line and length. Being able to shut them down. The spin option seems like a brilliant one for the service that's gone up in the air from Shadab Khan. Who's under it? No one is. Nick Manninson not able to quite cut that one off. And that is going to be 2 more runs But then they move up to 140. Currently sitting there, 18.5. We always got there. You should try some toilet chocolate. Sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's runny, and sometimes it's just right as well. Says Victor there. Although we actually used to, oh sorry, that was from Taz. We actually had something back in the day called Builder's Bums. I don't know whether or not you guys ever saw them, but they came in a can, and they were pretty much just the shape of a Builder's Bum, and they were little chocolates that you could have as well. I think, yeah, they were interesting. The fact that you could get those back in the day, you probably couldn't get them now. I would say, we are Whitaker's boys, right? As Owen there says, Paddy Wagon for Victor. And according to Shopping Bill, Milo is tops as well. And then Victor has said, they never heard of Whitaker's as well, says Robert there. I guess it's probably more of a Kiwi thing, isn't it? Possibly. Because it is a Kiwi brand of chocolate. It's actually very nice. If you do like a slightly darker chocolate, but not too dark, you're probably looking at about 33% cocoa compared to 25% for dairy milk. And the reason I know that, I believe, is because George and me, we did that review, and I actually watched it the other day and saw that there wasn't just a huge amount of swearing in it, but there was also a lot of information. And there was new people who haven't tried Whitaker's need to try it. Trust me, it's best as well. And he says, Paddy Wagon, big shot there from Moses Enriquez. He's out. He didn't get all of it. And that is going to be once again caught in the deep. They move up to 144 now for the Sixers. And that is going to be Moses Enriquez. He goes on 49 runs. Close to the half century, but just misses out, unfortunately, for Moses Enriquez. He works hard, he plays harder, and that one just didn't quite hit it hard enough. And dark chocolate is the best as well, says Amish Spencer there. Yeah, although I feel like dark chocolate for me, I only go about maybe 30 to 40% cocoa. Anything later than that, or like more than that, like 80% cocoa, I find inedible. And I don't know whether that's just me or whether it's just like, it makes me go just because I can't quite handle it as well. He got out on 49 as well. And then you see Whitaker's does good dark chocolate as well. And also 144 is going to be a tight game as well, says Victor. I think it is going to be a tough one. And M&M's are better. They are very nice indeed. Who makes M&M's? I can't quite think of who it is who do the M&M's. Is it Mars, I think, or something along those lines? I like the lint balls are just not, if they are melted as well in there, says Novmum. I guess they're the classic Christmas one, aren't they? As also we have got them, my mate got his girlfriend a box of chocolates. I assume that is. It's exactly what you think it is. Oh, sorry, it is actually cocolates. It's exactly what you think it is. They're chocolates in the shape of male genitalia. That would have been probably expensive. Mars Company as well. Said, no, Mum, that's actually another wicket. And now Shadab Khan is gone, and this is a hat-trick ball now. Don't Mars make M&M's? Mars also do the Galaxy chocolate. Oh, okay, so maybe we do actually have a bit of Galaxy. I don't think we got Galaxies here in New Zealand. Gonna have a look. Galaxy chocolate. I don't think we have it too often. Galaxy Milk Bar. I could get a pack of 24 of them that are 42 grams, but it would be $48 New Zealand. I see, but it would arrive not tomorrow, but the next day. That would be quick shipping, I believe. Yeah, it would arrive Friday. That's nice work there from Mighty-O. And yes, Mars owns M&M's and hat-trick ball as well, says Brent. It is indeed now. Kerr on strike. Abbott at the non-strikers end. Is this the second hacky as well? It seems like there could be a chance that we do see one. Of course, he was ready to go. He was ready to go. 144 at the moment here. Renegades will win with 9 balls left as well, says Nobum there. As their production, Richardson charges in. That one's gone up in the air from Aiden Kerr. It's going to be falling safe there. And he just had to swing for it, Aiden Kerr. He wanted to get some bat on it. Got plenty of it. He does end up going for the 2 runs, but that was a close opportunity there for Kane Richardson. Tell you what, it is always tough bowling the last over, but he's making it look easy at the moment here. The worst thing is the fact that the ball did actually go up in the air. As well, it's like the LBW shout that's outside of the line, but doesn't end up being given as well for the hat trick. Also, we have got there, this is our, and Smarties ad would go with the rockin' as well. When each of Smarties, we eat the red ones as well. It doesn't matter when you eat the red ones as well. It says Kiwi Gamer, my guess was 150. It was indeed, and this is actually pretty very close. They might even win this game, says Sebastian. And it's a must-win for them. So if they can do it, definitely with Enriquez, Hughes, Philippi, Edwards, Christian, Khan, Abbott, Dwarsh is all in the other team. That's actually very, very good as well. And I would be hugely appreciative, like they've said, the bowling was outstanding. Impressed, I meant to say that kind of sounded like I said depressed, but they do get through for the single there, moving up to 148. Now we have got the India versus South Africa third and final test in Cape Town. India lost 2 wickets. Pajara and Captain Kohli is at the crease, and the score is going to be 41 for 2. 2 wickets. Pajara and Captain Kohli is at the crease. So those are the two who are out there at the moment, and they did lose both of their openers in Rahul, and also I believe it was Sangwant, I believe. I think it is something along those lines for the pronunciation. Match 45 of the BBL. We're 3/4 of the way through. This is definitely the business end of the competition. Hits it down the ground there for Kerr. It's going to be falling safe. They will get back for the 2 runs, and they get exactly 150 runs. I got the 150 spot on as well. See, Shannon there, you did indeed. And Renegades to win with 120 balls left. 12 balls left, says Robert there as well. We have got there 150 from Shannon. He was able to nail it. Also, Brent did say 150-ish. And there 146 by Vishal. So we will go here and we will add up all the points. But Shannon, very well done, mate. You've been able to get yourself the full 3 points on offer. Shannon has got the 3 points. Then in second, I believe we have also got the like this. And then also, where else is it? I believe it is actually Dan De Castro did say 159. De Castro, there we go. And unless anyone who hasn't already, be sure to get in your predictions for the second inning. So that does this mean I get the 3 points? You do indeed, mate. But yeah, pretty much anyone who hasn't already, if you think that the Melbourne Renegades are going to win this game, how many balls will they have left? If you think that it will be the Sydney Sixers who win this game, how many runs do you think they will limit the Melbourne Renegades to? Those are the 2 questions that we have got for this one. Whoever is closest will be getting the points available once again. And our cricket gods have robbed me. Damn you as well. And there says Sebastian there. They did indeed. Do you want me to get you a random number generator there for you as well? And Paddy Wagon and also Novman both going 9 balls left, already sharing that number. So I'm going to say, if I was to go with a random amount of balls, 1 to 25. Okay. Mine is going to, I don't want to, but it's going to be 16 balls. I'm going to trust a random number generator. Also, Renegades bowled out for 135, says Aussie Mozzie there. And said, don't worry, I went 170 as well, says Robert there. And in the chat as well. But also anyone who does feel, I think it's quite a good split. The Renegades are going to lose. That's 142 runs. Here we go. Yeah, added that one on as well there. At the moment, I feel like this has been a pretty solid game so far. It's gone quick, but the bowling has been pretty extraordinary so far from the Melbourne Renegades. They only really leaked a couple massive overs. Other than that, they were just on the money, putting it right where they needed to. That is exactly what you want from a side when they are under pressure. Looking through, Moses Henriquez, he was the closest to bringing up a 50. He was on 49 when he was caught by Mackenzie Harvey in the deep. Jack Edwards getting 40 runs for himself as well. And also, I reckon the Sixers by 100 as well. And there says Shannon, is that actually your prediction, Shannon, or do you want to go with something else? Are you going the Sixers by 23 runs instead, perhaps? Probably one of the 2, I would assume, but it's probably more than likely that first one. Maybe. We have to wait and see, of course. We never know. Might be the other one. Might be going for the big one and trying to go for the absolute, I guess, peak of it in that regard. Anyone who hasn't already, be sure to get in those predictions. And we will have to wait and see who is correct. I've actually found, have I found that one of me and George playing golf? The one that I was talking about yesterday that I couldn't find. Unfortunately, yesterday, I may have actually been able to find today if I am lucky enough. So you guys might just be lucky enough to be able to see it as well for that upcoming one. If I have actually found it, which I realize now that I haven't. It wasn't the right one, sadly. And also we have got there Agarwal wicket and Rabada and Rahul wicket for Oliver as well, says Naveen there. So yeah, they did lose a couple early wickets, unfortunately, for India. And that is the last thing that they would have been wanting in that situation. You want to try and bat long in a test match, and losing those early wickets, last thing that you want in that circumstance as well. But do let me know who you think will be the top run scorer for the Renegades, ladies and gentlemen. Aaron Finch, Sean Marsh, Nick Manninson, Fraser McGurk, they are all there. So that's all out for 50. That'll be the new T20 record as well in there, says Sebastian. Would not be ideal for them, I wouldn't think. Have I lost this video? The thing is, one day I am actually going to kind of organize all of my videos, because I've got too many of them and I have no idea where any of them really are for myself. Like, we've got like 50 random videos. There's George hitting a golf ball. That's the one that we wanted from yesterday. Right, I am going to show you guys George hitting a golf ball, because I feel like that is one that you guys, I did say yesterday I would show you, but I couldn't find it. So we will go back here. We'll share the screen. We'll go to this one. We won't share the system audio. There isn't really much sound that goes with it as well. We'll add that one to the stream. We will go full screen, or we won't. Here we go. So pretty much this is our local golf course, ladies and gentlemen. Renegades 140 as well. And also, do you full swing or half swing at golf? Full swing, I have no control. Lottery, where the ball goes as well, says Victor. So this is George, ladies and gentlemen. This man, he's a solid individual. He's got my golf club there. That's my golf set over there. Do let me know. I mean, this is where the hole goes. It goes down there, around there, and up here as well. This is George's shot that he does play. And Isaac Cabri won the other bowlers, says Brent there. Yeah, Cabri, very nice indeed. There it is. Just went over there. Just went over there for George. So it could get better. What course is that? It is our local one, the Waimate golf course as well. Oh, that was close. I accidentally forgot that I was sharing the screen. I closed it, and I'm so glad that Sky have a thing how they do actually make it so that it's a black screen, because or else then that would have been showing the game, and that would have gotten me booted off of the YouTube for possibly 3 months as well. Nice swing as well. And then in Australia versus England in the fifth Ashes test day night. Tell you what, that one made my heart stop for a second. Pretty much what I did is I shared the screen, and then I closed the tab, forgetting that I was sharing the whole screen, not just that one. Oh, lucky says another moment. Indeed, it was. And luckily, I didn't have sound on as well. And also, the Women's Ashes starts on Monday, 20th of January. And watch, try not to laugh as well, says Taz there. It could be an option in the future, perhaps. And also, no swing for softball as well, says Victor there. But we are hoping to do some sort of video in the future of us while we wait as well, says Taz. Although I don't know about in terms of what would get copyrighted, what wouldn't get copyrighted. So I probably don't want to I dodge the bullet, as I said, Sebastian. I'd like to think if it was for 1 second, they wouldn't have struck it down, but you can never be too careful. There we go. Had another drink. Like they've said, it will take a little bit of chasing here for them to be able to get on. And the earlier game, it was actually the Melbourne Stars who ended up coming up just a bit short for themselves there. They weren't able to get themselves the win, and they did need it if they did want a decent chance of being able to go on. And also, Kiwi lads score will be 146 all out, as I says Ryan there. So we will go like that, and we will go like that as well. Right, I have started that one for you, Ryan, mate. And now it is going to be all good in the hood as a gangster. And myself, Brent, how many balls you saying left? Or are you saying that it will be instead the other one? And also we have got there, that was an all-arm slinger, so says David the Mod. Yeah, he's pretty much try and use the power. I mean, my shot, should I show my shot from that one? I can't remember what my shot was, but I like to think it went a little bit straighter than that. Maybe. I actually mishit it as well, I think, for my shot. I'll see whether or not I can find it. I was like, Kiwi, what is your prediction? I said 16 balls left is what I am going to be going with for that one. And I was like, hello, bro, as well, says Prem. Welcome into the live stream, 6 by 100 runs. So is that actually what you are going with in that regard, mate? Or are you going with something different? Do let me know. Hey, it's me with a golf club. Okay, that's George filming my behind. That was an accident. One moment, we'll go like this. We'll go like this. We'll go like this. I've just seen another shot that I didn't actually show of George's. Don't talk too much as well, says Prem there. I'm a relatively talkative guy. At times been watching new Aussie Gold Hunters as well. Right, we're going to share the screen. But first of all, we're going to minimize our tab for that one so that I don't forget. Right, we'll go here. We'll go here. We will go to the screen. As I was 6 hours for 8 hours, says Brent. You know us too well, mate. We didn't even get through 6. Right, this is the one that we have got here for George's shot. The second time, we were like, right, we'll give him another go. And don't talk too much, Prem. And there as well. Here we go. George, he was having another crack at it. Standing up a lot straighter for this one. A little bit of a practice swing. There you go. That is the other shot that George did, which wasn't ideal. You know, it didn't go far, but it's not about how far the ball goes. It's about how accurate it is, and it's only just off the fairway. So that's a win in my books. You know, Eagle is us, for sure. But I'm hoping that we can get a Kiwi lads golf thing going on. I like the follow through as well in there, and you could tell straight away that he felt like he hadn't quite timed it the way that he would have liked to. You know, just from the slightly, you know, the look back at the camera and go, ooh, that wasn't quite as I would have liked it to be. I mean, to be fair, my shot wasn't great either. Then I have just found out. I might as well show you guys that one as well while we are at it. While we have got a little bit of a break in between it, we'll go like this, we'll go like this, and we will go like this. Right, that is me. I realized that I've got it very small, so we will actually make it that it's a little bit bigger. There I am. That's me with my hat. I had a glove on as well and take up mini putt as well. And then imagine the bloody language from someone like Tiger Woods. Tell you what, imagine the language that George is. I've got it on mute for a reason, ladies and gentlemen. But this is going to be myself hitting the ball pretty much the hole goes there. I do not quite go there, unfortunately, for my shot. A little bit wonky, went out to the side, out there somewhere. That was my shot. So still improvement to be made. Yesterday I had a rough round or rough 6 holes. That did take a while to get round. As well, right, we will go like this. We will go like this. Right, we got this back up now, and we are ready to go almost for the second one as well. Take tiddlywinks as well. And there says Malcolm. I feel like that's the thing. Golf might not be my thing. Was that Michael Jackson glove? Hey, Jay. That was the perfect time for you to come in, wasn't it? Good day, Double David. And there as well. It was not quite a Michael Jackson glove. For myself, it was more of just a gloves because I actually have a story about my golf. I once, when you put sunscreen on, you guys will know this as well. When you put sunscreen on your hands, it's extremely slippery and you can't really grip too much. So I had the golf club at Dad's work do, which was kind of like the breakup for all the tradies in the region. Had the golf club on number 6, swung through, let go of the club. It went across the road and landed on the other side of the road. As this hole was right next to the golf course. Or right next to the roadside, I should say. So I decided from then on, maybe it's not a bad idea to wear a glove just to stop me from sending a glove way backwards and move to your head, bro, as well. And there says David the Mod. I did, didn't I? I looked up, but that's the thing. Me and George, we spent about half an hour looking for George's ball. Then we realized he hit mine. So that's why we couldn't find his, because his didn't go where we thought it did, because he hit mine rather than his. So that took a little while. And 7.5 run rate as well. So, I mean, it's going to be relatively tough, sorry, at 151 for 5 balls as well. And there says David, be sure to get in yours as well. Brent, I don't think we got yours just yet. How many balls left do you think it will be for this upcoming innings, mate? Do let me know. I will go like that. There we go. Melbourne Renegades. It is going to be Fraser McGurk and also Aaron Finch now. And why did they bet TAB on 6 as well? Says Malcolm there. That's a good question. Have you got PGA Tour 2K21? I do. I have Rory McIlroy, I believe it was. George's ball was on the other field. As well, says J. Hayes. I played golf at Ultimate Golf Game. As well, says Michelle. But me and George, we did play the Rory McIlroy one. And as you can imagine, it didn't go down the middle of the fairway. And with the fact that you can hit people with the ball, was just what happened many times, unfortunately. For the spectators, they just weren't quite in the right region. Like, you couldn't really stand anywhere, to be fair. But now the Renegades, they are going to have Finch and McGurk. Now, Finch could finish off this innings extremely quickly if he gets it going. 136 sixes for me as well. And there's here saying that they won't quite be able to get the job done for this one. Rabada at the moment, he looks like he's bowling pretty nicely for himself in the South Africa matchup. Currently, Aaron Finch, he's got the max, he's got the power. Please can sixes win as well, says Malcolm. How much money did you put on them, Malcolm? Out of curiosity, and how much were they paying? Because I know that this game overall has been pretty 50-50. Renegades at the moment, 60% chance of being able to go on and win this game. Jackson Bird now, he is going to be stemming in for this one. He's had himself maybe another haircut here, Jackson Bird. But now charging into the crease, advancing down the wicket there for Aaron Finch, and they are going to be taking the single. Fraser McGurk does now take the strike, and Finch is off the mark. Currently 20 overs in. It is 49 for 2. Renegades 151 and over 18 as well, says Brent. So that would be with the 12 balls remaining, I believe, in that regard. Have you got an exact ball in that 18th, Brent, that you are going with? I feel like I'm asking a lot, aren't I? But it is one of those ones. You could get yourself 3 points, which go towards a little extra mini poll thing that we got on the channel, even though I don't actually know what the prize is going to be. It might be something to do with the Big Bash, though. Wow. And that is by the end of the season, that is, with the points tallying up. That's going to be racing away. And also we have got there Phil Nicholson's as well. And there says Vishal. That's going to be 146 now needed of 118. Fraser McGurk got the big edge. Be right back as well, says Jay. Do you want to have your prediction, Jay, before you go? Or if you do get back, I will allow you to do your prediction anyway. That is not the best start for Fraser McGurk. Not the best shot, I guess you could say, with the outside edge, but he's still out there, and it did not quite fall into the hands of one of the Sixers players. 18.3 overs as well, says Brent there, and also be right back. And also a bet on Lint, even though I'm a Kiwi, sorry, Whitakers as well, and can I please have chase it down off 6 balls left? You can indeed, mate, and we will add that one in. And also I said 140 as well, says Betty Wigan there for his title. But now what I will quickly do, I mean, Capri has won that poll, that is for sure. Now we will go like this, and we will go like this. As all right, that is gone. Now the Renegades, they are currently playing up against the Sydney Sixers. There is one game on tomorrow night, and that is going to be the Brisbane Heat. They will be taking on the Adelaide Strikers. What should be a good matchup between those two sides as well. But currently now, once again, Jackson Bird steaming his way into the crease. Nicely bowled, and it is going to be up in the air once again, falling safe for Fraser McGurk. Little bit of a misfield as well, and because of it from Henriquez, they get back for the 2 runs in the end, and now they have been able to get the 7 off the first 4 balls. Looking very dangerous early on for both sides, really. Fraser McGurk looking dangerous because he's scoring runs. Melbourne Renegades, in that regard, they are the side that you would think will be able to take the box seat in this game, but the Sixers, that will give them confidence that they are hitting it up. I love Albin Libby-Toffee as on there, says Heartbeat. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly there. That's going to be close to LBW. Fraser McGurk is gone. It could have been going down leg a little bit, but that is going to be the wicket for Jackson Bird. My prediction first innings is a close one. I said 146 score, getting 150 as well. Says the shell there. We will go like that, and we will go like that as well. Little bit of movement. They believe that it would have been hitting the leg stump for him, and that is going to be once again Jackson Bird being able to pick up a very important wicket in the power play. Jake Fraser McGurk, he loses his wicket. The Renegades still a 57% chance that they go on to win this game, but it is 7-1 now for the Renegades. So both sides, actually, that's the thing. Recently, it's been more the middle order that has been able to change these games around. We do know so well that Josh Philippe, he was on fire, but now seems to be losing his wickets relatively often. I'm trying to think of the only team that has their top order well and truly performing. You'd have to argue maybe, who would you say actually? who is a team that has consistently had their openers do well? I know that the Hobart Hurricanes, they've got one player who has consistently done well. Just clipping the stumps there by the looks of it. So it was a good call by the umpire in the end. Easily could have gone either way. He did end up saying that it was out for that one. I think it made it worse with the fact that he kind of stepped across as well. But now Sean Marsh making his way out there. Who was his side? First Scorchers, they do all right. Brisbane Heat, nope. Sydney Thunder and Bird here cut or buzz cut. As I says Malcolm, yeah, I swear he didn't used to have that haircut. And Clicky DT has said hi as well. Welcome into the live stream, mate. The moment it is the Sydney Sixers, they are going to be bowling. They are going to be trying to defend their total of 150. I don't know whether or not it's going to be enough, though, up against this Melbourne Renegades side. And out, says Frajana there. And it was indeed the wicket of Fraser McGurk that ended up losing his, sadly, into that first over for the Renegades. Definitely after such a good day in the field for Fraser McGurk, taking catches all day. Also, that's the thing. If he ever bowled, I feel like they would be missing someone in the field for him because he has been able to take so many throughout this BBL. And, of course, taking that absolute screamer in the very first match of the BBL as well. Now, Sean Abbott going to be bowling. This is a big moment. Sean Abbott, he has been on fire. He's going to be up against Aaron Finch. Those two will know each other very well from the Australian camp for the maybe even upcoming ODI if they're both on the side. I don't know whether or not Finch will be, though, just because of that injury that he has recently returned from. Abbott now charging in to the crease. It's a little bit leg side-ish. They do take a leg by for Finch. Oh, throwing down the stumps there for Philippi, and also Finch team lost first wicket as well, says Naveen. They did indeed. And it was Jake Fraser McGurk did end up losing us. Looking forward to New Zealand versus Australia, says Malcolm. Yeah, it should be a very good one. I believe that's only about 2 weeks away. I'm just going to have a quick look here. I think it's closer to the 3 weeks, isn't it? I think it's 30th of January that we do end up playing Australia in the ODIs, and that's going to be an exciting one. It's going to be a long day of talking, that is for sure. But we will see how it goes. Hopefully the voice does last. One moment. We will go down. We've got to find international cricket. There it is. So it is right at the end of January, I believe, that we do end up playing up against the South Africans. That is going to be the first ODI on the 30th of January at 4:40 p.m. That will go right through to about 12 p.m., I believe. Then February, we've got a total of 2 other ODIs and then also a T20 up against Australia as well. That is going to be on the 8th of February. And then we've got our 2 matches going up against the South Africans on New Zealand soil. And also we have got there, what would you say if Prince Harry knocked on your door and asked, do you want to go cow tipping as well? It's a good question. I think I'd probably say no, just because, I mean, yes, it would be nice to hang out with someone like that, but I mean, I don't know whether or not cow tipping is literally pushing over a cow, isn't it? And I don't think I would be able to do it. Like, I feel like I'd just be like not able to physically try and do it without thinking about the repercussions type thing. Like, I feel like that's the thing. Even like any animal, really, I feel like even if someone was like, if Prince Harry came over and he was like, hey, I've got this fly, you want to squish it? I would debatably probably even go, oh, I don't know, mate. Maybe, you just want to squish it. You brought it all the way here from England. You might as well crush it if you want to. Hopefully, are we full team healthy as well? There's Malcolm. That's close. That's giving us out there. And Abbott picks up Finch. That is going to be now Finch. Disappointed. 2 wickets down. You're saying everyone get back. They're not allowed to actually celebrate by high-fiving at this stage, depending on where the players are from, I believe. Just well done there. Ducks back in, and it does end up hitting the pad of Aaron Finch. And he knew straight away the way that he did react. And he knew that he was going to be on his way back to the changing sheds. 2 wickets down now for the Melbourne Renegades and only the 10 deliveries. So this is not looking too good for the Renegades in terms of the way that they have started. Now the Sixers are 62% chance of going on to win this one. Have we still got... Oh, yes, it was. It was actually Malcolm, wasn't it, who did put it on for $30 as well. Hopefully you will be able to get your payout for that one as well. But now Nick Maddinson, the captain, making his way out to the middle. 140 runs needed of 110 balls at 7.64 runs per over. I believe the game earlier on tonight was also played here for the Perth Scorchers taking on the Melbourne Stars, and that was an exciting game. While we are at it, they are just checking that one with the way that it was going. It was straight into the middle stump. So it was a good call from the umpire once again. 14 wickets for Sean Abbott in only 7 matches that he has played. Those numbers are very, very good. Indeed, you shouldn't really be able to get 14 wickets in 7 matches, but Sean Abbott is just that kind of player who'll keep on going and going and going until he gets it. And yep, but it's just to recover losses as well. Our bloody Lakers as well, says Malcolm. There are actually quite a few upsets today in the NBA, went there, if I'm not wrong. And Sydney score 150 for 6 and 20 overs for 2 wickets and loss in Finch team Melbourne. Says Naveen, but now Abbott once again going to be charging, and he will certainly be feeling that momentum for himself. Nicely played by Madison. Plays it late, plays it down to deep third man, and it is once again going to be just rotating the strike for the single. The moment, the power surge, they will have to take it at the perfect time after the 10th over. Whenever they decide to use it, we have to wait and see exactly when they decide to, because it's the thing, a power surge, it can be good for you. You can get a lot of runs, or you can get a lot of wickets falling for yourself as well. But at the moment, Sean Abbott, he has proven that you can certainly get wickets if you are bowling pace on the surface and putting it in the right line of length. 2 LBWs in a row from has been extremely impressive. Or in fact, sorry, we've had 2 LBWs in this match, which is not too normal. That's going to be the end of the over, though. 2 overs down, 2 wickets down, 12 runs on the board here for the Melbourne Renegades. At the moment, the way that the table is sitting, ladies and gentlemen, has got the Scorchers right at the top. They are sitting on 37. They have played more games than any other side. The Thunder, they are sitting in second on 30 points. The Sixers, they are sitting on 23. So they will be hoping to go all the way up to still third, but a little bit more, I guess you could say a little bit more of an advantage over the Hobart Hurricanes, who are in fourth. Then it is the 15 points for the Heat and the Renegades. So if the Renegades win this game, they will actually shoot themselves up into the top 5 for just the moment. We've still got plenty of games left of this BBL. The round robin games, once everyone is finished, it is going to be the bottom 2 sides, as in 4 and 5, that is, play off against each other. The winner of that goes on to face off against 3. The winner of that faces off against the winner of the 1 versus 2 qualifying final. And then from there, the loser of that game plays the 3rd place / could be the 4th or the 5th team. Oh, not able to take the catch there in the cover region. It was going quick. Did that make sense, ladies and gentlemen? Because the way that they've got the system for the kind of finals week is very weird. So pretty much the elimination final is 4th versus 5th. Then the qualifying final is 1st versus 2nd. Whoever wins that goes straight through to the final as well. Then from there, the knockout final, the 3rd versus the elimination final winner, which is 4th or 5th. Then from there, it is the qualifying loser taking on the knockout winner. So that is 3rd or 4th or 5th, taking on the loser of the 1st versus 2nd game. And then it is the final. Our brother, your buddy Trucking, was here earlier as well. Says David the Mod there to Jay Hayes. I feel like that one, like the way that the system works, I'll keep on explaining it as we keep on going through the season, because trying to explain it like that just didn't really sound right. I don't believe it. Jackson Bird is getting close once again to being able to get another wicket. The Sixers at this point in time, they had just lost the 1 wicket. That was Josh Philippi. Did end up losing his wicket early for the Sixers in the first innings, but now Bird once again charging in with the buzz cut. Bird here down the leg side, and it is going to be just the leg by once again. Buzz cut Burns. I wonder whether or not, buzz cut Bird, I should say. I wonder whether or not we'll ever see Joe Burns with a buzz cut. Probably not. I don't know whether or not that is his style. I don't know whether or not we'll ever see me with a buzz cut again, because I used to have very short hair as well when I was a young child. You know, I used to have it. Like, that's the thing. I always used to get it just completely buzzed off pretty much. And then now, like, this is the longest that my hair has ever been by about probably 7 times the length. Somewhere around there. That was confusing at first, but kind of got second time round as well, says David the Mod there. I guess, yeah, it's kind of the way that they've worded it. It's like you've got 5 different names of the finals. It's an elimination final, qualifying final, final, knockout final, challenger final, and then final as well. And they are all taking place between the 21st of January and the 28th of January as well. But now it is going to be Jackson Bird once again charging in. Nice shot there from Marsh. Brilliant shot. And that is going to be 4 runs out through cover. Buzzcut Bird just getting it a little bit too wrong for something Marsh. Mr. Marsh. Maximum. Maestro Marsh. He is the little maestro. Sean Marsh there playing it almost to the kind of point region, I think it was, almost backward point by that shot. It's just a brilliant one as well for Marsh. Currently 5 balls faced for Mitch Marsh. That is his first boundary. That is his first runs that he has been able to get in this BBL matchup. He had a very good game last week as well for Marsh. Tries to hit it down the ground, goes straight to Bird, and that is going to be the end of the over. 17 for 3. How old is Jackson Bird? I swear he will be right up there in age as well. Jackson Bird, he is 35 years of age. So him and Mitchell Marsh, like they are up in the average age of their sides by quite a bit. And yo bro, I'm back as well. And there says Sebastian, welcome in. I'm sorry, was on the phone as well. Says Jay Hayes, no worries. Because you are still, I guess, sticking around, Jay, what is your prediction for how many balls left that there will be? And trucking is always lurking somewhere, as says Jay Hayes. 134 needed of 102 balls, currently 7.88. It's a beautiful night there with the, you know what, the pink, orange. What else we got? Pink, orange, purple in the sky, all over the place. And currently, it's going to be Nick Menison. He's a little bit slow getting underway for himself once again here. At the moment, the Ashes, it is actually just around the corner as well. I should mention 5 p.m., not tomorrow, not the next day, but the next day after that. It's going to be when that one is starting. We've also got a few games of rugby this weekend of the Champions Cup that I'm hoping to cover, as long as they don't get cancelled. Renegades will get 140 runs, was my prediction as well. Says Jay Hayes. Have you already got one in, Jay? You might have, actually, now that I think about it. You did. Well done, Jay. You tell you what, you're smarter than me. And there we go. And also we've got there a stalker like my buddy Lee. As I says, Devin the Mod there. And currently, once again, is going to be just another single Menison getting, once again, another one for himself. Marsh sing on 4 off 6, ticking over relatively icy. Yeah, ages ago. As I says, Jay Hayes. You did indeed. I feel like that's the thing. I'm starting to star so many. During each live stream, I'm starring about 32 from the 2 innings, and I'm absolutely loving it in terms of the fact that it is pretty competitive. In that regard, we don't just have about 3 people going for it. There are actually a lot more. Nice effort ball there from Abbott. No run. All. Still had a go at it. Nick Menison gives the ball, and Jackson Birdie does apologise there to Nick Menison. They're having a bit of a laugh about it, as well, which is good news. Trucking is solid as well. And there says Jay Hayes. So yeah, ages ago. And there has he mowed your lawn recently, Jay? Is he any good at mowing the lawn as well? Because our lawns are starting to get a little bit longer coming into the summer stage. Like, you got to keep on making sure that they are well kept, the lawns, or else they do end up getting a bit out of control. Less than 100 balls left in this test match. It's not a test match, it's a T20, and I don't know where this game has gone so far. Like, we've been live streaming for 2 hours, and I could have sworn it was only like an hour. That's going to be once again well bowled there for Sean Abbott. I think it's because we saw so much spin, and we also saw so much in terms of the dot balls, the amount of dot balls that we got to see. Nicely done behind the stumps from Josh Phillippe. Wasn't able to really perform in front of the stumps with the bat in hand, getting himself the duck, unfortunately. 133 runs of 98, 8.14 runs per over. The Sixers at the same point in time, they were 1 for 31. They were certainly a mile ahead, but it was after they brought in the spin option that really slowed it down. That looks like it is racing away to the boundary there for Marsh, getting just enough. But I am back as well, says Betty Wagon. Welcome back, mate. At the moment, Marsh is sitting on 8 runs off 9 deliveries. He's actually only hit 2 fours as his 8 runs, which I guess it's weird because it's impressive, but it's also not impressive at the same time. It's impressive because 2 boundaries, very impressive in that regard. But then it's also like the fact that he hasn't been able to find a single yet for Sean Marsh. He's normally a player who just kind of manipulates the field. So definitely with the way that it is set at the moment, with a freebie on the league side, if he decides that he does want it. But I think they are just trying to tighten up on the league side. They've got a short, fine leg now. Got a man at deep square leg. So where is Marsh? Going to be able to hit this one off Sean Abbott. Oh, tell you what, he had to hit it, or else it might have been going straight through. Oops, I hadn't liked yet as well. And there says Betty Wagon. So anyone who hasn't already, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel as well, as it's hugely appreciated. We recently have been able to bring up 9,300 subscribers, which is just absolutely insane. Like, the fact that we are there when our goal by the end of 2021 was 3,500 is just just incredible, really. And it is all down to you guys. So thank you all very much for your continued support on these live streams. I thought doing cricket, doing the test match, you guys might get sick of me because, I mean, it's like 8 hours, in fact, 11 hours a day of talking I've been doing recently. I mean, you guys have been sticking around, so cheers to that. And also, we over there, he's a good truck driver, but rough as gut. And when it comes to lawn mowing as well, says Jay Hayes. Now, once again, going to be just a single for them. Most of it, it's bots as well. And there says Paddy Wagon. I hope not. Normally, they don't end up like subscribing for too long. Normally, they get their kind of accounts taken off them, I think, for the bots as well. But yeah, we are still growing in that regard. I think the next goal for myself is the Kiwi Lad Sport channel and also the gaming channel. I want to get that back up and going. Kiwi Lad Sport is sitting on 699 at the moment, and then the Kiwi Lads Gaming it is sitting on 163. So I think 300 by the end of the year for Kiwi Lads Gaming would be pretty awesome. A big accomplishment. That's going to be pierced away once again for Marsh, and he continues to just go in boundaries. I mean, it's a good way of doing it. 12 runs off 11, 3 boundaries so far for Sean Marsh. Nothing but boundaries so far for that man. And also, I do that too, bro, as well. And there says David the Mod. A very nice shot. Jackson Bird a little bit disappointed with that delivery. Almost opened up the opportunity to catch it there for the man at point, but it went straight over instead of Marsh now. Just continues to move in boundaries. That's a ripper of a delivery. That's kind of a test match line and length there from Jackson Bird. 128.6K still can get them down there at around that 130. It was the cutter, in fact, the off cutter there for Jackson Bird. Which is why it did end up going away quite nicely. The moment now. Got there Madison at the non-strikers then sitting on 3 off 7. So he's probably not too happy with the way that he's been going. There's actually quite a few players who we normally see excel in an innings that have been relatively slow this year, such as a Darcy Shaw. He has been really struggling to go at more than a run of ball. Harry Nielsen as well for the Adelaide Strikers. Who else have we got that seems to be struggling a little bit? Max Bryant, he seems to be a little bit more around that kind of one run of ball type range. Cameron Bancroft as well is another player who has been struggling a bit. So I guess it just depends on who the bowlers are as well, though, because we've seen some very good bowling. You must have gotten in my yawn. I yawned just before you as well, says Paddy Wagon. I must have caught it. Uh-oh, did you do it again? You must have done it again, was it, Paddy? Surely. That is why that one happened as well. I hate the fact that anytime I yawn now, like after doing about 10, it does look like I have been sitting here crying about the result that we have got in this game because it's still very early on. Neither team have lost yet. There's still hope for both of them to be able to go on and get themselves the win. And now Marsh once again going to be on strike. Sean Marsh, he has actually got himself a single. That's going to be once again racing down to third man. And Ben DeWarshes, he has been phenomenal for them since returning. That is going to be 2 for 30 now. And I think DeWarshes will be coming into the attack now by the looks of it. Does he take the helmet or does he take the hat off? Tell you what, that moment where Ross Taylor took the hat off and he did get the bowl, that was just an absolutely incredible moment for him. Close out. It's actually going to be not Ben DeWarshes just yet. They have decided to go with the young spinner again in Murphy. But yeah, that's the dream way to close out a test series for yourself as Ross Taylor. And also, your yawning isn't as bad as last night. I was just like, yeah, last night I was on fire, wasn't I? I was just bang, 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 back-to-back yawns. I think I'm starting to get a little bit better at holding them in. See, I just managed to stop one. Wicket coming next over as well, says A1 Singh. So I assume that's not the Murphy over, but the next one after that A1 Singh. There you are, calling Todd Murphy, though. Going to be ready to go. He's actually a leg spinner, bowls quite nicely. Let's get a lot of revelations on the ball, which is one of the keys for these young spinners as well. Just keep on putting the pressure on. Actually, he's off spin. My apologies there. Brilliant fielding there from Shadab Khan. One of the best in the business when it comes to the way that he does field. Saves a few runs, at least 3, in fact, for that bit of fielding from himself. Look at that. Diving. Brilliantly done. Saved the 4 runs. Almost Singh as well. And there says Jay. Murphy now. Following it nicely on the stumps. Hit down the ground. It's going to be the dot ball. And it seems like spin is one of the keys, or it was at least in the first innings where we saw Zahir Khan, Nick Maddinson, and also it was Cameron Boyce, the man who did return recently from his injury. Going to be nicely bowled. They thought about the single. They will not get it, though. And I said, yeah, happy the way New Zealand won today, as I says A1 Singh. Currently still 8.28. It's slowly increasing here for the Renegades to be able to get that one going, which is why I believe they will keep on going with the bowlers that they feel can be very economical. It'll be once again going into the deep from Maddinson, hitting it out to deep cover. He's sitting currently on 4 runs off 10 deliveries, though. Oh, sorry, 5 off 11. I don't know, saying I don't watch it, nor am I Kiwi as well. And this is Jay Hayes. I feel like you're an honorary Kiwi, Jay. You know, just say cheer, bro. And I feel like that will make you a resident. That's a little bit of a nothing shot. I don't even say cheer, bro, so you don't have to say cheer, bro. And you need to be a cricket fan as well. And it says A1 saying, who do you think will win it from here? Says at the moment it is 60% likely that the Sydney Sixers win, 40% likely that the Renegades win, according to the live win probability. I'd say I've still got them a little bit closer than that. They've still got the power of Marsh. The Sixers will win as well. Here's A1 Singer bouncing down the wicket there. That's a nothing shot from Maddinson. But it is going to be falling safe once again. Just not quite getting the power on it that he needed. Just the one. And Murphy only goes for the 4. That is exactly what the youngster needed for his side. And now because of it, it does mean that they are going to be putting on a little bit more Churkazi bro kia kaha in your jandals and chili bin as well, says Jay Hayes. Exactly right. I've seen that you can actually get chili bins that you can ride on. In terms of like ones with wheels. And I'm going to look up a picture of one now. Chili bin with wheels. Chili bin with motor, actually. It's a motor that you can get for the chili bin. I think. Wait, is that not a thing? I swear I saw a proud new owner of motorized chili bin New Zealand. So it's a motorized chili bin. And you can pretty much just drive it as well, just because, of course, you're not allowed to drink and drive. I wonder what can happen if you're sitting on one of those and you're driving. As well, we always got there. Jack Shadab Khan, Bender Walsh as well, destroy Melbourne. As well, everyone has a mullet at the moment in Australia. I swear. Like a majority anyway, do seem to have themselves a mullet. Who knows? Maybe one day I will possibly not get a mullet, but get one of those apps that create a new hairstyle for yourself and could see what a mullet would look like. Because I don't think I would probably give myself a mullet. Don't know whether or not I could do it. Okay, now, was it nicely on the pads of Maddinson, whipped into the deep. And it is going to be, once again, just another single. Currently 116 runs off 83 balls, 8.39. As soon as that gets above around that 9 or 10 mark, that is when the Renegades will really have to push. And that will probably be roughly in the same time as the power surge is taken. We have got their drop bears, even have mullets as well, says Jay Hayes. I'm just trying to think of a koala with a mullet, and I can't really picture it at the moment. Which, of course, is why Google exists. Koala with mullet. Okay, there isn't actually... I don't think I see a koala with a mullet here. There's a few other options for the koalas. Koalas are weird, aren't they, when you think about them? Like, because they're kind of like sloths, but they're not sloths. And also bogan drop bears as well, says Jay Hayes. Because like a sloth, why are sloths so slow? Does anyone actually know the reasoning? I know that there will be a reason, but why do they kind of go like that for the sloth? Like, why is it that they do want to be so slow? Is it because they're saving energy? Are they lazy? I think it's because they're lazy, isn't it? But Marsh sitting on 17 off 17. Maddinson dragging the chain just a little bit. 8 runs off 14 deliveries for that man. I think this game's going to actually be relatively early with the way that it is going to be finishing. Just because we haven't seen too many boundaries. We haven't seen too many times that the ball has really been lost either. It's going to be the single once again. And Marsh, he's an experienced man. 35 runs needed off 20 balls to be able to get themselves the bash boost point here. And every point is crucial. Even if they get the bash boost point and lose this game, they will still propel themselves above the Brisbane Heat just for now. So that would be an ideal situation for them. But at the moment, there is one game of the BBL that will be taking place tomorrow. That is the Adelaide Strikers, and they are going to be taking on a tough side in the Brisbane Heat. We don't know who the Brisbane Heat are going to have for that one, but hopefully it will be all right. Then there is a game on Thursday that will be taking place at 5:45 p.m. The Thunder taking on the Hurricanes and the Renegades taking on the Stars. They are the two games back-to-back that we are going to get to see on Thursday. Friday, we've got a game at 12:40 p.m., and that is going to be the Strikers taking on the Scorchers. That's a very early morning start, I guess you could say, or around that lunchtime start, but that is because of the day-nighter being on a little bit later on. Then we got the Strikers versus the Stars. Unfortunately, Sydney Thunder versus Sydney Sixers actually overlaps with the Ashes. So that seems like a weird time to have it. Hayden Kerr once again bowling. It's been a very good over. 4 runs off it. Not really getting it to the boundary 9 as well. And the OMG Sean Johnson is back in the Warriors this year as well. They will make them all right. I guess that's the thing. They probably needed an X-Factor player with Roger Tuivasa-Sheck heading to the Blues. And he is going to be going all right. I'm not sure what that line is. I've got a line down there. I think you guys can see it as well, can't you? When I turn my head, there's just a random line down there. I don't know whether or not it's a shadow. No, it's actually a line. I don't know what I've done in terms of whether or not I've accidentally scratched myself right down the side of my face. Did you know that you can actually use koalas for burglary? They have identical fingertips with humans. So they would analyze the fingertips and nothing would come up. Whoa. That's interesting. That's blown my mind, Sebastian, in fact. But then saying that, imagine trying to, I know koalas are a little bit quicker. Imagine doing a robbery with a sloth, just with an image in your head. You're like, oi, slotho. I don't know what you call your sloth, Sid. I guess, hey, grab that phone and he'd just be there. You get sick of him. Helmets. Oh, it could actually be from the helmet, couldn't it? It's probably sitting around there. I was over there. Brody, you smoke? I do not. I have never smoked. Probably never will either as well, to be fair. And also, we have got there. It's the mark of the beast, Hamish, as well. And this is David the Mod. Don't know about that. It's probably more of. In fact, I can kind of see. I think it's around there as well. Did I get sun? I might have gotten sunburnt, maybe. Surely not. I haven't really been out there in the sun. It was raining today. That's close to the stumps. Josh Phillippe, good glove work. They're actually going upstairs with this one. You just need to train the wee bugger to grab anything that's shiny as well. But I feel like you'd just be sitting there watching him. You'd be like, if you taught him English for a start or signal, so you'd be outside the window being like, grab the phone. And then you'd be like, and then just go like that as well. Good, I smoke weed once in a blue moon as well. And it says A1 Sing there. At the moment, they are just checking the placement of the foot here for Mitchell Marsh. Front foot, it's looking all right there from Murphy. Okay, he's completely fine there for Shaun Marsh, and that is going to be not out now. But the run rate, I mentioned about it, is getting closer and closer to the 9 as the run rate that they are going to be requiring. Surely they don't throw this one away, the Renegades. They've probably restricted the Sixers about as well as they could have in that first innings. They want to be able to get the win, at least get the Bash boost point as well. But now Shaun Marsh, he's going to be running hard, that man. I don't like seeing the older players run fast because I know, that was slippery for Murphy there. Well, he did slip around on the ground. But yeah, you know that the calves, the ACLs, the Achilles, the, what else you got? Hamstrings, they all, that's the thing. They're all very fit, but I always worry for the players as well. That's going to be, now that is certainly a stumping. And Madison, he has gone 9 runs off 16 deliveries. Singer, I'm a Cooper as well. And now I'm now tracking your IP to find your location in there. Cheers, JAs. Nice. I feel like that's the thing. Technology's weird when you think about it. The fact that people can use IPs and whatnot. How do you get an IP address, JAs? I know that I don't know whether or not you are actually trying to track it, but how do you get an IP address? Is it from their kind of Google bar? Can you get an IP from that, or what is the go? And Hugo has said out as well. It was indeed stumped by Phillippe, bowled by Murphy. Madison 9 runs off 16 deliveries, and now the Sydney Sixers sitting there 73% chance of being able to go on and get themselves the win at this game in Geelong. Currently run per over, they need 9. So as continuing to escalate, it is going to be Mackenzie Harvey. He can hit a long ball though, but it seems to be the word of the day is caught on the boundary. That is more than one word, but it has been happening very often throughout this one as well. Currently, we have got there Mackenzie Harvey, and also we have got there I don't kiss and tell, sorry, as well, says Jay Hayes. That is fair enough. I guess that's the thing. If everyone knew how to do it, everyone would be doing it, I assume. Not really, though. I don't think many people would do it. It's a special talent. What special talents do I have? I can, like, make a fart noise with my hands, if that counts as talent. I don't know whether or not it does, though, but I can do it. Nicely done once again. They do take the single. And that is going to be the end of a Murphy over, or do they have one more ball? One more ball left on themselves. They do have to change it for the right-hand, left-hand department as well, but it was very early that he did decide to advance there for Nick Madison. And because of that, it does mean that, oh no, it is the end of the over. They're actually a lot slower for this one. And also we've got their knockoff. Oh, Brent, that was harsh, but understandable as well. One day. I mean, I mentioned it yesterday. I chipped in on a hole yesterday from about 40 meters out, and you guys probably won't believe me, but my parents can back me up there. And then the very next hole, I ended up slicing it straight over the fence, and I lost my ball. So I feel like I went from such a high to such a low, all in a matter of time. You can yawn on command as well, says Jay Hayes. No. That's the talent that I don't want to have. I'd give that one back. If it was like a talent that I paid for, I'd get a refund straight away. I'll bring back the receipt and say, hey, this one works too well. Although I don't know whether or not they would actually let you take it back. That's going to be off the edge. Bender Warshus goes down to the man at third, Hayden Kerr. So I have to wait for the bounce. And I'll say, yes, says the Jay Hayes there. Like they're saying, it's a gift that they only made the 150 on the surface. They're currently 10 runs ahead. The Sixers, they were 2 for 53. The Renegades, they do need some big shots here. And that's going to be one of them there from Sean Marsh. It almost was a catching opportunity, but he's got to go bang here. He needs to try and propel them forward. If they do end up not getting the Bash Boost point, that will mean that they will still be below the Brisbane Heat if they end up losing this game to Warshus. He's normally relatively expensive. He can also take wickets, though. So we'll have to wait and see who gets the better of the Warshus versus Marsh combo. Now Marsh sitting on 24 off 24. Yawn hat-trick incoming. I don't think so. I think we have stopped the yawns for now. I'm going to quickly have a drink so that I can stop the yawns from happening. Like they're saying at the moment, they've still got Shadab Khan as another option that they haven't really used a huge amount of. So, I mean, I see the Sydney Sixers doing very nicely in this game. They needed some more from a couple of these top men. They need Mackenzie Harvey. They need Sean Marsh to both score big totals here and not expose the tail to the bowling of Shadab Khan. And also, I mean, Sean Abbott, he's going to be able to clean through a tail. DeWarsh is also very talented when it comes to getting that line and length right. Boo, you cheated your way past the hat trick as well. And there's Sebastian. I might have slightly done a bit of match fixing there. And also, are you I've got as well in there. Here's it, David the Mod. Very nicely played once again. That is just going to be the single. No, not even a single, just a dot ball there for that one. But at the moment, 103 runs still needed there. We've already had 8.5 overs. I don't know where that's gone. It's kind of disappeared. And Singh signing a stash as well. He'll be back soon. So says Jay Hayes. I feel like I'm the worst person when it comes to trying to keep secrets or hiding things. As well, like even hiding myself in hide and seek, I struggle with because I end up laughing. If someone goes past me and they don't see me, I'm like, and then they go, hang on, what was that noise? And then I am found pretty quickly as well. Did you guys, tell you what, this is a question. We were talking about this at Christmas as well. Did you guys used to play sardines? Is that a thing that you guys played in the past, or were you just hide and seek? Because we used to play sardines, and it used to be a lot of fun, and it's kind of like reverse hide and seek, I guess you could say. In that regard, kind of like a completely like reversed situation. And can you declare in T20? Not that I know of. I haven't seen anyone declare before. You can actually retire batsmen in warm-up games. I saw that for the Australia versus New Zealand game of the Cricket World Cup. New Zealand retired a couple of batsmen, but I don't believe you can declare. I mean, I feel like that would be, I guess, not a popular opinion in front of the crowd. Imagine this. Your team's going out there, they're smacking about 120 off 10 overs, and then they're like, oh, I think we've got enough. We're going to declare now and not use up all of our overs and instead let the other team bat. I feel like that would be one that wouldn't make you the most popular team around in that regard. Currently, it is 100 runs needed off 65. Marsh still sitting a run a ball. Harvey sitting just under the run per ball. The Sixers, they were able to get to 150. This is for a lot of crucial points in the table as well. But Murphy been bowling very well. A little bit leg side-ish for that one, but still whipped away for only the single. Now, Josh Philippe, like I mentioned, he wasn't able to do too much with the gloves on the batting side of it, but he was able to do some very nice work with the keeping gloves just before getting the stumping of Nick Maddinson. Murphy now once again bowls it a little bit too short. Marsh hits a hard, but straight out to the man at deep cover in Hayden Kerr. And they do just get the single once again. The Bash boost, they need 19 runs off 3 balls, so that is not happening for them. Unfortunately, that is going to be the Renegades who will be missing out on that point and a Royal Rumble. Creeping up slowly. Run rate, creeping up slowly. It is indeed 9.33 at the moment. It's going to be required. That was close to touching the stumps. And that is once again going to be another single. Very good bowling from Murphy here. And we did see straight away with Zahir Khan with also Cameron Boyce and then Nick Maddinson. It's a spinner's surface here. If you get a little bit less pace on the ball, it seems very hard to pick it up and hit it away. Once again, now Murphy puts it on the stance, whip to the leg side from Marsh, and that is going to be the single. So this is just a very hard length to hit, and also we have got there Royal Rumble as well. Says Sebastian there, Go Stars, says Amish Spencer. Wait, Go Stars? Okay, different game, of course. But they are actually playing up against the Heat on Sunday. They have got the Strikers on Saturday and the Renegades on Thursday. So plenty of games coming up for themselves here. I'm excited to see all of those games kind of play out. And then we've got week 8. Week 8 is going to suck only because we've got 3 games back to back to back, and I want to cover all of them. Also, Ram Ranch as well. There's a lot of things starting with RR, isn't there? Like Wednesday, the 19th of January. Is that when the Ashes is still on? But if it is, we got the Heat versus Scorchers at 3:30. We got the Thunder versus the Renegades at 6:40, and then the Stars versus the Hurricanes at 9:50 as well. So there's going to be plenty of action all on that same day. The thing is, it seems like a lot of talking, but it's actually less than what I normally do. Royal Ram Ranch Rumble with the run rate as well. So the run rate of the Ram Ranch Royal Rumble, probably quite a few running around in that regard. Still 2 down at the moment at lunch for India up against South Africa. 75 for 2 here is what they have got themselves sitting on. So that's a decent start to the match, I would say, overall. For them, and also there, Lol Seb, and there as well. And we will go like this. We got the scoreboard still updating. 96 runs needed off 60. The Sixers were actually sitting 16 runs ahead of what these men are sitting at the moment. I'm going to have a look at the Ashes and see when that is taking place. So I swear that goes through to it goes through to the 18th. Okay, so we have got a few more days in between that. So 2 days, 15 hours until we get to see the matchup that does take place between Cricket Australia and Cricket England. I guess you could say, also known as just that nice little Ashes rivalry. And also at high school, all the seniors would put all of us 3rd and 4th formers on one side of the field, kick the rugby ball to us and to run at them, and they'd absolutely murder us as well, says David the Mod. Nice. So I feel like that's the thing. Like at our school, bull rush was banned pretty quickly because people's shirts kept on getting ripped as well, which of course is not ideal for sewing wise. But then I would say overall, that's the thing. When it went to league at one point in time, I was actually more of the referee than anything. And I don't think it was because I didn't want to get tackled or anything like that, because it was actually touch league than anything. That's just a game of ball rush as well, says Victor there. Ball rush with the ball by the sounds of it. So ball rush, I guess you could say. But pretty much, yeah, I believe I was the referee for touch league. Touch league, I guess you could say. And also Seb, I've tracked him. He is not in India as well. And this is Jay Hayes with a big old smile on his face. But yeah, pretty much, I would say majority of the time refereeing. I wasn't too bad at refereeing as well. I'd hate to be a referee in rugby, though, because you see the amount of stick that they do get. Slower ball from Hayden Kerr just over the top of the stumps. And it is extremely well done there. Once again, from Hayden Kerr, only going for the 4 runs of his first over. There's almost a required run rate of 10 here for themselves. Marsh not able to connect with that one. Just waits for it. 2 left-handers at the crease here. And also, you must be around my age group, although I suspect you might be a bit older based on your youngest daughter's age. As well, says Novmum there. And Novmum, your birthday's coming up, 28th of January. I'm going to remember it right up till the date as well. And also we have got there, could you become a rugby ref? I would need a lot more qualifying in that regard, but I wouldn't want to be. You look at a little sunburn again. I was that from the golf day as well, says Jay Hayes. I don't know. I don't think it was from golf as so much as, I guess I went out in the sun. It was only really like about 20 or maybe like an hour worth of sun. But saying that, I do burn easy, so maybe I did get a little bit burnt there. And also A1 Fijian from, it was there, from Lau Tolka as well. And there's Victor. And also we have got there, could you become a rugby ref? And also New Zealand high schools back in the day were brutal as well. Sounds at all. That was going to be once again another dot ball. Very well bowled at the moment from Hayden Kerr. Keeping the composure, showed gameplay as well. And then unfortunately, due to licensing, mate, we are unable to show any match footage or audio, but it will be on the cricket.com.au YouTube channel for yourself if you do want to check it out afterwards. Just straight on the shoulder there for Harvey. I mean, at this stage, that one actually fell out of the back of Hayden Kerr's pants there with the towel. Going to be hit to the leg side. It's a nice shot, and it is racing along to Jack Edwards. That was almost hitting the stumps of the ball. And also, I've come to the same conclusion with you, bro, as well. Your comments give it away. And there says Sebastian. Also, says David, you bro, although she is actually female for Novmum. Although I guess everyone calls everyone bro, don't they? So yeah, 10 out of 10 missed those kind of comments as well. And there says Sebastian. Yeah, we haven't had one for a while, have we? And also my ex was from Pukekohe as well. She used to sunburn easily. Says that Jay Hayes, that's going to be a shot from Marsh. Hits it for 6 there, a flat 6. But that is what they needed. It was just ticking over the 10 runs per over required, and now he has cut it back down to only the 9.6. Currently 88 runs from 55 balls. That is the name of the game at the moment for themselves. At the moment, also Cadbury was the one that did win the best chocolate, by the way, anyone who didn't see it. I believe Whittaker's was second, or actually Limp was second, then Whittaker's, I think, was coming in third, if I'm not wrong. I could be wrong, though. Often am, probably will be plenty more times as well. But Hayden Kerr now, nice Yorker bowl. That is how you come back from getting hit by Mitch Marsh. Or sorry, not Mitch Marsh, Sean Marsh. I keep on saying Mitch Marsh. I'm used to saying Mitch because Sean hasn't been around for a little while in the kind of Big Bash scene. But now we have got Sean rather than Mitch, because Mitch is with the side for the Ashes. My apologies as well. And it says David the Mod there in the chat. I feel like it's an easy mistake to make, though, because like I call everyone mate. And mate is a very I guess you could say, gender specific term. Mate. And also, I mean, bro, what else is there? Buddy? I accidentally called Sebastian Buddy the other day, which felt very weird to say, didn't it, Sebastian? In terms of, he said he prefers mate as well, which is probably fair enough. Because I don't think I've ever called someone buddy in my life other than that moment, and I don't think I ever will again as well. Unless I call a child. I feel like calling a child buddy is all right, as long as it's your child and not just some random child that you like pass and say, hey, buddy. Although I guess that's kind of normal. As long as you don't take the child as well, you know. It's all right. I don't even know when they started using years. I left school in 1993 as well. No worries, David the Mod. And that there as well. Yeah, because we're year 8, year 9, year 10, whereas it was form back then, wasn't it? First form, second form, solid woman in Pukekohe. Know which way is up as well, says that Victor there. But now Bender Walsh is once again going to be bowling. The Sixers at this point in time are still 10 runs ahead, but there were a couple quiet overs in the middle patch. Looks like they are just having a little bit more of a reset in the field. 3 men deep on the leg side, 1 deep mid-wicket, 1 deep square leg, and 1 deep fine leg. As a cool mate as on there. That's gone straight up in the air there for Mackenzie Harvey. That's going to be there for an extremely long time. Philippi decided he wanted to go for it. He was able to take it nicely. Hey, I have lollies as well, says Irish Spencer. You're a very lucky man, Irish, that is for sure. But that is going to be Mac Harvey now. He is gone. And the Renegades, they are 21% likely. Also, Spencer, do you also have a van as well? As in, come here, buddy. I've got some sweets for you as well. Works every single time, says Sebastian there in the chat. And he called out nice and early for himself there. Josh Philippi was able to take the catch. And I feel like that is a big wicket as well for Mac Harvey, because now you're getting into, I guess, the middle order. You got Sam Harper, though, who isn't exactly a mug with the bat in hand. He's actually very powerful for his size. Can hit a lot of boundaries in a hurry. They need to take the power surge, I would say, within the next 3 overs. Just try and keep themselves in this game, because any more than 11 runs needed is probably not going to be chaseable. I was 89 and not so not that far apart. As I'm a big white van, as well, says Hamish Spencer. I mean, you got to have a big van, because, I mean, if you're going to get a people mover, you got to move plenty of people with it. You know, you don't want to be able to be like, oh, okay, sorry, I can't actually, like, that's the worst thing when you're at like rugby or something like that, and you're playing rugby, I should say, and then some, like, they're like, right, we'll organize transport. How many seats does your car have? And someone's like 5, another person's like 10. That person who's got 10, they are the popular one. Oh, he slipped hard there. That was a bit of a rough one there for Marsh. Is he all right? Hope he is. It looked like a very rough fall for Sean Marsh. We have got their tinted windows as well, says Jay Hayes there. Like they're saying, drop-in pitches, they are very slippery. No windows as well. Sean Marsh, he ends up going across, going down. Went down pretty hard there. He was just chilling. Luckily, they did notice 136, looking pretty good. Power surge to come as well. Willy Wonka alert, Willy Wonka alert. And then there's also Lowell Double David. And there as well. I remember Willy Wonka. Like, we had someone who was called Willy Wonka a long time ago. I can't remember who said that it was their account. Who was it? Who was Willy Wonka? It was someone who was a regular on the channel who did actually have the Willy Wonka account. Can't quite think of it, though. 10 runs behind still for the Melbourne Renegades. They need a 6, and they need a couple boundaries alongside that. Couple 4s wouldn't hurt too much here for the Melbourne Renegades. 67 for 4 at the moment. And now Marsh, once again, he's sitting on 38 off 34, looking decent to Walshus. Let's put it on the legs once again, whipped away by Marsh. It's just going to be the single. Sam Harper, like they're saying, it's going to be tough for him. Coming in 10 runs and over is what they are going to be requiring. And he is a man with not a big frame, but he's got a big heart, Sam Harper, and he's got a big swing of the frame, or a big swing of the bat, I should say. And also probably Paddy has many accounts as well. And there says Jay Hayes. Although I think this was slightly before the Paddy time as well. I'm trying to think of the name. I can't even think of who it was, but I know that it was one of our regulars, and I was like, oh, so you were Willy Wonka. Which just sounds like a weird sentence to say. Bender Walshus. That was a very weird way of saying DeWalshus. My cat looks like he wants to leave the lounge soon. Is the door open? It is not open. I might have to let my cat out of the lounge in a very short moment. We have got there. I have this and another as well, says Betty Wagon there. And also we've got there. Willy Wonka has a magic stick as well. And South African all-rounder Chris Morris retirement, all forms of cricket. That's a shame. I enjoyed watching him for the Sydney Thunder very recently as well. I believe it was that he was playing for them, if I'm not wrong. But I guess now is probably the time that we start to see a lot of retirements now with, I guess, the protocols that you have to go through to be able to continue playing cricket as well. You do end up in that situation of a lot of time in quarantine, a lot of time isolating, a lot of time away from your family as well, which is, I think, a big kicker for a lot of these players. With my cat over there, he is not quite looking to go out the door, though. Moment, 83 runs off 48 balls, 10.38. Was it Sir Luke? of the Parmenter dynasty as well? I don't think so. I think it was someone who's through your stump smash. Hayden Kerr picks up the wicket. Yeah, I think it was someone else who was a regular who didn't spam on a whole heap of different accounts. And I was like, Singer's gone quiet, just saying low. I says Jay Hayes there. And Jay is a bit. I'm sure he'll be back at some stage though. Hayden Kerr, 118, took all the pace off. Marsh just doesn't quite get it. Inside edge onto the stumps. That's probably a game-changing 6% now for the Renegades to be able to win this game. I'm glad I said they'd have 16 balls left. That was a good call from the random number generator. Pat on the back for me. Is that my cat? I think at the end of this over, even now while Sean Marsh is going off, hello, Billy. What you up to? There you going. Do you want up or you want outside? What's your plan? You want to come up, say hi to the peeps? Nope, you want to play with the power cord. I want to play with that power cord. He's just doing circles at the moment. And the Candy Man, because he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good. As well, 100 maybe as well, says Victor there. And the chat as well. I'd like to think they get a little bit more than 100. I think 120 is a good shout at the moment. How many does Sebastian say in the end? Show us the cat, please, as well. He was on the live stream a little bit earlier on, but for anyone who hasn't seen my cat's face, it is that up in the corner here. He's got one bad eye. He's been blind out of one of his eyes for a very long time, but he still manages to make his way through doorways sometimes. Where's he gone? He's off. He's kind of just standing in the doorway waiting to see whether or not the door will open. Also, we've got there the Billy emoji from it, and also because you've caught him out, bro. It's on there, says Dava the Mod. We will go like that, and we will go like that as well. But now running in Hayden Kerr, bowling to Sutherland. And also we have got there the smiley face from Jay. He's almost a run out. That is going to be the second ball of the over. We've got 4 more. Then I will quickly get my cat out of the lounge. And then I will end up coming straight back. I'll probably be able to do it in less than 30 seconds as well. In fact, I'll probably be able to do it in less than 20 seconds. In fact, I could probably do it in less than 15. Who wants to take a gamble? How many seconds do we think it will be? I'm going to put a 30-second clock on the screen. How many seconds do you think it will take before I return and say that I have let the cat out of the lounge? Ladies and gentlemen, do let me know. Winner doesn't get anything other than, I guess, some bragging rights. Something along those lines. My door is approximately 4 meters away from me for the lounge. There is a light in the way. There is a green screen I will have to slightly go around at this point as well to be able to go over and let the cat out. And I also have to stand up, which normally takes about 15 seconds. Nah, probably like 1.5, 18 seconds as well. So it's not one there for the prediction. Okay. I think I can do that. 12 seconds as well. And can we see the cat before you kick him out? Doesn't really like being picked up too much. I could probably find you a video of him attacking a wall, if you like. Because there was like a bird in the wall, and he decided that rather than, I guess, just leaving the bird where it was inside of the wall, he kind of does a double foot stomp to the wall. You know, it's 10 seconds as well, says Brent. He is back in my pace. Not back in my golf swing, but back in my pace. I appreciate it. 2 balls left now for the Renegades. I feel like I feel speedy at the moment. I feel like it's going to be taking the headset off that I've got to remember to do, or else everything will go wrong. That is going to be just the single once again, ticking over now. Almost up to 11 runs. It is indeed 11 runs. Bro, yeah, okay, I've never seen your cat. I like animals as well. And also I can hear one of our cats playing with Lego as well, says Nov Mum. But yeah, at the end of the live stream, or when we do get our next little break, I will be able to find, I mean, I've got like 50 videos just from this year of my cat, let alone pretty much every single other year. I've got like, but weird ones as well. 1 second a meter as well, says Brent there. And also, why can I hear the theme to Mission Impossible as well, says David the Mod. I feel like it's starting to get to the hype. Oh no, he's next to me. Billy, you got to go back to the door. That was going to be saving us time, mate. But with you there, it means that now we got to both walk over there. Right. Here we go. And also, mate, earned $8,500 today. Nice one. Right. I got a 30-second timer that I am going to be putting up on the screen. I don't know how well this will work, but hopefully it does end up working. Right, the countdown. We are about to leave our seat in 3, 2, 1. That was really slow. The light was in the way. There's like an umbrella and I couldn't go around it. That was disappointing as well. And you put my money, put my money on Sixers in Perth as well. And what the hell is this as well? Says Amish says there is a countdown. There's a power surge though taking place. I'm sure you did sing. Yeah, that was a poor effort from myself. I'll be honest. You saw how quickly it looked like I was standing up. Then there was just an umbrella that I didn't get around for a couple of seconds. That was about 18 seconds, wasn't it? Or somewhere around there. Who had 18 seconds? Did anyone have 18? North Mum. Nicely done. I did miss the button about 4 times as well. And I'll go 6 by 23. I'm sure you did sing. And also, WTF did I come back to? It was pretty much me trying to race to the door, let my cat out of the lounge as well. That's a good shot there. And it is going to be straight to the man. Sutherland gone now. And also, do you need some money, Jay? So it says A1 saying, I could use some money if you want to hit that donate button. It's a good option. Maybe. Get me Fanta sponsorship. And also have there in the chat thought I used rupees as well. Says David the Mod there. Yeah, I feel like next time if I did it, mate, I'm disappointed with us, Sebastian. Yeah, I'll be honest, it was a rough performance. There were a lot of miniature battles that went wrong, such as the umbrella, I ran into a chair as well. I forgot there was a chair there, so I pretty much almost fell over. And Brian the Cops are we as well. And then also we have there a Sing uses Monopoly around 6.5 lakh rupee as well. And there says one thing, but Bender Warships, he's been bowling extremely well. The Sixers, they were still 10 runs ahead, and money does not buy as well. Oops. I appreciate that, Petty. Thank you very much, mate. Hugely appreciated. Once again. I didn't think that you would donate, Petty. You pay my wages at this stage all the time, don't you? Currently. It's usually appreciated. I'm going to leave that up for the rest of the live stream. We've currently got another 7 overs. We got that ops as well. And who's out to bat for the Renegades? At this stage, they have got Boyce and Harper. Harper normally opens my mouse likes. Or my mouse likes you, it seems, as well. So shot there from Harper. A flat 6 there for him as well. And that is going to be just changing this game a little bit more by the looks of it. Okay. Let's see how it goes. Sam Harper, he is going to soonly be putting up a fight for his side. A1 Singh has got that laughing face as well. It's a good shot. It's just a flat 6 that ends up going all the way, almost cleans up a child. I always hate watching kids at the grounds because you see how slow they react to that ball flying at them, and all it takes is just the hands not to quite get up there. I would have cleaned up one of those children. Now DeWarsh just going to be bowling to Harper. Full toss there. Does he get enough of it? There's not a man back in the crowd, and that's another 6 runs there for Sam Harper. Now that's changing a little bit. Hey, one of it. Says Jay Hayes there. That's changed again this game. Back-to-back 6s. It went wicket 6-6. Going for the short side. He knows what he needs to do, which is just keep on hitting the 6s. It's another 64-meter 6. I put all my money into crypto. Is that good as well? Says Amy Spencer. I don't actually really know how crypto works. I'll be honest. I know that people have put a lot of their money into it, but some people seem to either make money or lose money, which I guess is just, gambling, isn't it, in a way, but not really gambling. That's going to be Sam Harper out now. Sean Abba able to take the catch, and now it is going to be Harper gone. Every time we have a little bit of a momentum shift, changes back, because I donated as well. And there says Paddy Wagon. Guess it was maybe the wickets falling. Oh, no, sorry, the 6s could have been in that regard, but now there has been the wicket falling for them as well. Will we have anyone else who will be hitting 6s? Who they got? Kane Richardson, Josh Layla, Zahir Khan as well. That is going to be tough for them, but 13.4. The Renegades are falling over here, unfortunately, for themselves. We thought that they were in the perfect position to go on and win this game, I'll be honest, and never mind as well. I invested all my money into Hamish yawning as well, says Jay Hayes. It's a good investment. That's the thing. That's the thing. Imagine if I made $1 every time I yawned. I feel like by this stage, I would have enough money to get a new, probably headset, maybe, or a new webcam, and be able to film myself in at 1080p, 60 frames per second. I think this one's only 1080p, 30 frames per second as well. Currently now, Kane Richardson making his way out there. He can also hit a long ball, though. So I feel like that is going to be one of those situations that you never know how it is going to be going. The Wash is 3 wickets. He's still got a chance at the 5 for for himself in this game. Jack Edwards on the mic at the moment. That's going to be well played. Also, webcam for your OnlyFans as well, says Jay Hayes. Now, we've already got a special camera for that one. It's a high definition one so that I can zoom right in on my toes, because people love that for some reason. I don't know whether or not you guys think that I am being serious. I know that early on someone was like, hey, you and George should start an OnlyFans and just lather each other in butter and take photos. I was like, no, I don't think we will for that one. It's Crypto, the old airplane scheme as well, how to get in first I have to get in first before the plane crashes as well. Says Victor, I think so. Or hit down the ground, that is going to be no run taken. And also the yawn is coming as well. And Wolf of Wall Street. And then there says David the Mod. It's going to be the end of the Dwarf just over. He's going for 8 and over, but they need 11 to be able to go on. That was actually part of the power surge as well. I'm not sure whether or not that was first or second power surge over. I believe that was first. So now I think they'll go Sean Abbott as the other option. Where is he? Where is he? Sean. Where is he? Is he going to have the ball? He's got to have the ball, Sean Abbott. They are giving it back to him as well. Only going for 4 runs per over so far here. That's the thing. Dwarcius, he got hit for 2 sixes, and then you realize his economy off 3 overs is only 8. Like, that's 12 runs and 2 balls that he has gone for, but he's still only going at an 8 economy. It's very impressive. That is for sure. At the moment, the Renegades are sitting there on 85 off 7 deliveries. I've just realized, is oops spelled OOPS rather than ops? Or was that supposed to be ops? Paddy, do let me know. Ops. Also, the yawn is coming as well. And this is Jay. I think the yawns have slowed down a little bit. I feel like I'm very much so, like, kind of zoned out in some regards. How about your stumps? They're gone. And that's going to be boys now gone for the golden duck. And geez, I remember that as well. Says it, David the Mod there. And that is now going to be another one. It's impressive how rubbish the Renegades are as well, says Sebastian there. It's unfortunate. And also, does anyone have the sixes? Or did anyone have the sixes? Says Brent. Who have we got? We have got their sixes by 100 runs. That's not quite the case there. We have also got their sixes 136 for Victor. That might be a little bit too much as well. Renegades bowled out for 135. We have got there from Aussie Mozzie. Renegades are still going to lose 140, 142. It's actually quite an even split here in that regard between these two. But the Renegades just fallen over. Epps Gades in trouble. As on there. There's Novman, but that is going to be another wicket down. Layla and also Richardson, neither man scoring a run at this point in time. Now it's a big question of, are they going to get bowled out before the end of their power surge? Abbott sitting 2 wickets taken. He's trying to get that golden cap back for himself there, Sean Abbott. Layla here is going to be on strike. It looks like, he's a dangerous man, Sean Abbott. When he's putting the ball in the right place, he's extremely hard to hit away to the boundary. And Josh Layla now, he doesn't normally have to do too much batting, although he did do quite a bit for the Brisbane Heat because they always used to get bowled out. But he is now going to be rearing to go. It's because you rested up earlier, Hamish, as well, says David the Mod. That could be true. I think George always wakes me up in terms of, like, because he came round after the last live stream. Interesting full toss there from Sean Abbott. It was almost a knuckleball, but it came decently down in that regard. But yeah, George came round. We got a bit of a catch up just because we haven't talked since pretty much before Christmas as well. Or we've kind of talked, but we haven't talked in person. So he came round, was giving me a few ideas in terms of what games he'd like to possibly bring forward on the Kiwi Lads Gaming channel. I said, sounds all right. That was those ones. So yeah, I think we have got a few more gaming videos hopefully coming soon if we do film them tomorrow. If it's not too, that's gone straight up in the air. Oh, it's been dropped by Moses Henriquez. He's actually putting down quite a few catches recently for himself as well. Oh, he's swearing about. Lucky he's not the player who is mic'd up, as he did not take that one very nicely at all, I should say. And Layla, he has been able to survive just for now. He took one end off the bat. Henriquez running in. Shadab Khan would have been able to nail it. Just go straight through the hands of Henriquez. Nah, just drops it there. Moses Henriquez, he knows that he should have been able to take that one, but it does now mean that Kane Richardson misses that ball. And it's going to be the dot once again. But yeah, we've got a few games coming out relatively soon that we are keen on. We've also got one on PC that's a bit, I guess, a bit of a weird one, but it probably will make for funny content on the gaming channel. So anyone who hasn't already, be sure to check out that gaming channel. Also, be sure to check out the Kiwi Lad Sport. We've got plenty more stuff coming on the channel, or plenty more things. Plenty more stuff doesn't sound right. More stuff coming on the channel. That's probably better. So shot from Richardson. There's plenty more coming in this game by the looks of it, because Richardson has gone bang, and he gets it all the way for 6. Very good shot from Richardson. One moment. We are going to go here. Very nicely done for Kane Richardson there, getting plenty of power on it. I'm going to look for a picture of my cat so that you do know what he looks like as well, Jay, since I did only show you the emoji. We've got a whole heap of random pictures of him from all the years. I've actually got a picture of me at the MCG. If you guys are interested in that we will show it on a future live stream, perhaps. For ourselves now, Kane Richardson hits it down the ground. It's going to be safe, and that is going to be racing away almost to the boundary. Well fielded, though, by Bender Walsh, just saving it from going for the 4. Also, cheers, mate, as well, says Jay. Right, where's a slightly normal picture of my cat, but also not slightly normal? So we want one that's kind of an in-between, don't we? How, like, he's doing something weird, but he's also not doing something weird. What we got? I'd do one of them sleeping upside down. I feel like those are always classic cat pictures. One moment, we will go like that. We will go like this. We will go like this. We will go like that. And we will go like that as well. There we go. That is my cat, ladies and gentlemen. There he is. That is Billy, is his name. And he is about 15 years old, 16, 17 years old, and also our content as well, says David there, and cats are randomly normal as well, says Jay Hayes. There he is. He was just having a bit of a snooze there for him, but now we will go like that, we will go like that, and we will quickly get that scoreboard back up because it is heating up in that game as well. Richardson once again swinging hard for that one, and it is going to be fielded nicely by Dan Christian. Not quite getting the run out, but they are still going here, and it seems like it is going to be going down to the wire. Cats are randomly normal, and also we've got their Billy. Come on, Sixers, get them all out. As well, says Aussie Mozzie there. I've realized that I haven't shared the scoreboard. There we go. We will put that up, and we will go like that as well. There we go. Drag down there. Been hard by Richardson. I don't think he's got anywhere near all of it. Dan Christian puts down the catch now for a side. That is 2 catches dropped now for the Adelaide, or sorry, not for the Adelaide, for the Sydney Sixers. They don't normally drop many catches, but it doesn't seem like they are quite able to hold on to the ball like they said. It looks like it's pretty slippery out there at the moment. Dan Christian, he should have had that one. It pops out of his hands. He does a nice little twirl like a ballerina. A ballerina. 17 years, good innings so far. My cat that I adopted is 13 to 14 years old. As well, says Jay Hayes there. Yeah, I believe we've had him since I was about, I want to say 5, somewhere around that mark. So he has had quite a long life. He is blind in one of his eyes, but he's still, like, that's the thing. He's probably a little bit more deaf than he used to be as well, but he's still flying about, still enjoys trying to chase birds, even though he's got no chance of being able to catch birds. They've brought in Shadab Khan extremely late in this innings as well, and that is the thing. When you've got such an experienced player in Shadab Khan that you can just go to in near the end of the innings and be like, oh, yep, we'll just chuck him in as well. See how he goes. But Layla now, he's going to be at the crease. I am going to have another drink of the beverage. I mean, it's off the outside edge, but they are going to get another 2 runs for Layla. We have got there, my cat. It's a bit of an a-hole, says David the Mod there. I mean, I know that my cat, he used to be a lot more, like, aggressive towards mum. Like, they used to play fight a little bit, but now that he's, like, older, he goes a little bit more, like, kind of smoochy as well. Drag down there from Shadab Khan, but that is going to be, once again, another single. They do close out that over. 8 runs off is over. My dog is 13 years old. I won't be here much longer, I don't think, as well, says Jay Hayes. I wish dogs and cats lived as long as humans. I feel like that would be a nice way of having it as well. They are just showing there the shots that Perth Scorchers were playing were very good indeed. Ashton Turner just went hard at it. And also it was Aaron Hardy, I believe, was the other man who was able to get himself to a very good total indeed for their side. But it's just one of those ones that cricket, definitely T20, it can be that unpredictable. You never know. We thought it was going to be relatively easy for the Renegades to chase this one down. And then from there, they have kind of just, I guess, deteriorated again. And that is probably why they are sitting in 6th at the moment on the table. Just missed out well and truly. But Laurie Evans getting 69 runs, Ashton Turner 47 not out, and then Hobson getting 46. That is why the Perth Scorchers were able to go on and get themselves the win. But now charging in Bender Walsh is going for 8 runs and over here. Layla on strike, tries to hit it hard, hitting it out mid-wicket way. It will be just a single out to the deep mid-wicket, which is going to be Jackson Bird, who's also been bowling very well, and I think he's still got one more over. He does indeed. This is the thing. They are absolutely blessed with who they can go to. They've got 3 overs left after this one. They've got a Bird over. They've got a Sean Abbott over. They've got a Shadab Khan over. They've got actually 2 Shadab Khan overs if they want it. They've also got Hayden Kerr that they could go to, or you could go Todd Murphy, who has been bowling extremely well. So they're spoiled for choice here for the Sixers. That's a good Yorker bowl, but a good shot from Kane Richardson just for the one out to deep cover and Edwards. 46 needed off 22 balls. The run rate slowly creeping closer and closer to that 13 mark, which from there, definitely without a power surge, is probably a little bit too many to be able to chase down, I would think. But anything is possible. Like I mentioned in T20 cricket, 6 sixes in a row could even be just around the corner. Imagine that. That would be very impressive. But I don't know whether or not Layla does have the power. He's just been bowled. He's just been bowled by Bender Walshus. And that is going to be another wicket falling for the Renegades. The Walshus 4 for 26. He's got 3 balls left. Could get himself a 5 for here, depending on how it goes. And Zahir Khan now. He is going to be making his way out to the middle. I think he's just got to swing, as I do like a good Yorker as well. Exactly right. Right on the toes and off he goes. It is the one that they did used to say when I was playing cricket. And I didn't get out to too many Yorkers. It was more just missing the ball or getting caught. As I took the cat to Spade a few years ago. I swear to God, he just stared me down for a week. His hatred for me was so deep as well, says David the Mod there. I guess even taking your cat to the vet or anything like that, they normally do not like you too much after a little while. Our last cat was almost 15. Hopefully our 2 kittens are with us for just as long, if not longer, as us, says Nov Mum there. Exactly right, because what's a cat's lifespan? I think it's like, can live for about maximum 19, 20 years, something along those lines, I believe. And I guess having your kids as well, Nov Mum, like it would be nice if the cat can kind of grow up alongside the children as well. I know that Billy, like when we first got him, he was only a little kitten. It's a good Yorker there from DeWalsh. It's better than having litters of kittens, as on there says Jay Hayes. That is true. We actually had a cat in the backyard, or a little kitten. We didn't know where it came from, because we know that Billy's he's neutered. Is that how you say it? Neutered. So he hasn't got no things. So he wasn't able to make the little kittens. So we know that someone else did, but it kind of looked like him, which was quite funny because it looked like it was his kid, even though, like, it would have been one of those ones that on Jeremy Kyle or Dr. Phil, they would have done the kind of the birth test. What's it called? The test, not pregnancy test, the DNA test for him as well. And it would have been like, Billy, you are not the father because you cannot have kids. And he would have been like, yep, told you. Wasn't me. It's all good. At the moment, 60, where'd 60 come from? Don't know. Currently 46 runs left. Has anyone seen that 22-year-old cat on TikTok? I have not. But a 22-year-old cat is very impressive. Not as impressive, though, as this bowling from Ben DeWalshus. Actually, I would say it's still very impressive. But this was very good as well from DeWalshus. And Zahir Khan, he gives them the clap as well and says thanks very much. But DeWalshus picks up a 5 for himself. The Sydney Sixers win this one by 45 runs. I didn't see it coming. David Shaw, what do we got here? So it is going to be, I believe, I think it is Victor who is closest as well. He said 136 sixes to win. Or in fact, I'll go, what else do we got? We got Sixers by 100 runs, not quite that much. So we also got the 136. I believe that is close. Aussie Mozzie, I think, is the closest to it as well with the 30 difference. In that regard, so we will go here. And we will go like this as well. We do go there. Aussie Mozzie has been able to get himself the 3 points. Then from there, I believe it is Victor. So he's had a decent day so far for Victor, getting himself 2 more points on the board. And then in third, it's hard to work out And also we've got the 140, I believe it is, from Jay Hayes as the next closest. Jay Hayes, he gets himself a point. Congratulations, Jay. Oh, my voice almost completely disappeared because one being male. One being male and being female. And Wildcats can have kittens at around 4 months, which is the age of ours as well. And awesome as well, says Aussie Mozzie. So there you go, mate. The last couple of days, you have been able to get yourself plenty of points on the board as well. But nonetheless, the game that is taking place tomorrow is the Brisbane Heat versus the Adelaide Strikers. Be sure to check it out for that one as well. But thank you all very much for tuning in. I hope you do enjoy the rest of your day, evening, afternoon, morning, wherever it is at the moment that you are watching this from in the world. Hope you do have a good day. I will give you a quick update on the score in the India versus South Africa game. It is currently 79 for 2 there for India after 29 overs. But thank you all very much for watching and cheers for the stream as well. Says Jay, no worries, mate. It was a lot of fun. And hopefully you guys did thoroughly enjoy it. The Pork Bone Kid says thanks as well. And this is Victor. The Pork Bone Kid says thank. The Pork Bone Kid. I haven't heard that nickname before, that is for sure. But thank you all very much for tuning in. And I will see you all for the